Yay! Welcome to the Coast, everybody, right? Did I take your line, Jesse? I'm sorry.
No, by all means, go ahead.
Carry 2.
Chronicles of the Coast, our weekly Dungeons & Dragons stream. Brought to you by Unnecessary Interruptions.
Hey, they happen.
Welcome to our stream that we do. So happy to be back for our third week in person.
Yes.
Do we have to wear masks next week?
June 26th, but not with each other.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Governor's orders. Here in Washington State, continuing on doing our best to stay safe. Hope everybody else out there is staying safe. Our show this week picks up after a crazy cliffhanger that has caused a little bit of turmoil with all of you and so,
Strong emotions.
Strong emotions.
Yeah.
Yes.
But
Concerns. Everybody has concerns. Everyone's concerned. It's like don't worry about the alarm. It's fine. The alarm. It's just like prepare. That's what it's saying. Just prepare.
We're all
gonna be
on
better.
like level 2 exhaustion, level 3,
Level 4 exhaustion.
level 4.
Little exhaustion breakdown. Level 4 gives you half of your normal hit point maximum, which for me means I have 16.
So what? You lost like 7 hit points.
Yeah. But I still have all of the trolls' dead beating hearts energy, so that gives me 9 temporary hit points.
Correct. Temporary hit points do not count towards your hit point maximum. So.
Yeah. So I have a few extra for now, chugging along. Yeah. Nakma, you didn't get hit with that. You have 3. Yeah.
I got hit by some spores because something got thrown my direction.
That's right.
A giant mushroom beach ball.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Which I believe that you guys were talking
very
about
dusty.
in your secret chat off camera and away from the DM.
I mean, here and there, you know. The
which-
secret chat's
Not so
been
much
quiet
lately.
lately.
Which one
though.
of you guys looked it up first?
I knew there was something with these things, so I looked it up.
Oh.
I
Good.
was right. I was
Like,
like,
I didn't get
shit.
that.
I knew it. I had to confirm my...
I'm not saying who's infected,
Okay.
and I'm not saying who's not infected.
I was a little tipped off when the DM said,
You're all
you might want to bring a new character
Yeah.
next week.
Yes, that's
It's just in
definitely
case. Just
ordered.
like I was saying, prepare.
investigation.
Just prepare.
Well,
prepare for.
Like a rebel, I did not. So
Oh.
I've chosen this hill to die on.
Maybe. If things go south, maybe we'll get to see the return of Sassy Merchant's daughter, who is so
Oh my
fucking
God.
Father, I'm so fucking hot
Good
in
Lord.
this city.
She just randomly shows up in places
Yeah.
out of nowhere, like Waldo.
I told you I did not want my 57th birthday party in Kel'moira.
Right? Just shows up.
That's
Like,
fantastic.
Oh,
So
so freaking
you're hot on the trail of Genesis. You were exploring a cavern. You gave your familiar some orders, but the familiar made a bad situation worse.
Blunder, yeah.
Yes.
A blunder. Come on, the familiar doesn't know what
There's no
happens when
proof.
you mix chlorine and ammonia.
There's no proof.
I mean, to be fair, I doubt Taz knows
Genesis
what happens when you
storehouse.
mix
It's just
chlorine and ammonia, so...
Yeah, you're not the alchemist.
For real.
Yeah.
Maybe you should have relied on the alchemist to give the familiar orders.
I did what I did.
Right.
I said what I said.
No
We
way
didn't
they
kill
can pin
anybody.
that on us.
They're all knocked. Oh.
They don't have.
Yeah, I had
forensic
killed
evidence.
everyone prior to that. Yeah.
You do not get temporary hit points for blowing people up in an explosion.
But you still get experience.
Still get XP. Yeah.
So, you explored the tunnel,
Horrible renown.
the smuggler's run, underneath the warehouse, learning that they were using trolls to basically cart materials up and down from a small secret smuggler's cove on the coast. What counts as a coast of Kel'moira, because it's a massive cliff that drops into the ocean with lava falling from the volcano up above and steam, which made it perfectly shrouded and veiled so that people could move in without being sighted.
Yeah.
Now, passing by,
It's a beautiful
refusing to
scene.
pay the smugglers, you came back to the city because you know that, well, you heard a rumor that your companion, the elf Strider, was to be executed at dawn.
At dawn.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
so you traveled northward across the Celestial Stair, which is the main road that splits Kel'moira in two. And as you were running up the steps, Mooney was stopped by a raven. And then 2 and 4 and 8 and 16 and 32 and 64 and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds. And they swarmed and flocked and covered him. And that's where we pick up right now. Is you 3 are standing next to where Mooney just was. The only thing that remains is his spear drops to the ground with a small flutter of feathers.
You ever see sorry. You ever see that movie We're Back?
See what?
That movie We're Back with John Goodman. He plays like a dinosaur.
I did not see the movie, but I know.
Well, that
what you're
actually
talking
happens in that movie. And all that's left is of the person is like a screw. That was their eyeball. Oh man.
Are you serious?
Yeah, like Mark Twain's in the movie. It's really
about. Wait, Mark Twain is in the movie?
Yeah.
In my
Like the
eyes,
character, you mean?
Yeah.
Okay.
Deceiving me, or did Mooney just disappear?
I think those birds just ate our friend. Birds and lizards.
That fast? Cyrano, did I see that?
What is it you have gotten us into?
Look, Mooney's
I don't
gone.
feel so
We
well.
must go. We must go save our friend. He's still on the chopping block, no?
Do I see these ravens? Are they absolutely just gone? There's not like one flying away.
They scattered everywhere. They're up in the air. You see hundreds of them still flying in all directions.
That's right.
So just so I know, what, in terms of dice rolls, what does level 4 exhaustion do to me again? I'm sorry, remind me.
Disadvantage on ability checks and disadvantage on attack rolls and saving throws.
Okay. Did anyone else see that? Or was it just us 3?
Yeah, there's a crowd of people all over the place. They're standing there, and like this particular area, these people are standing around. They saw what happened, and they're just looking. Mostly Dragonborn, and what few people who are not Dragonborn appear to be the occasional merchant who is allowed in the city, or they're serfs who do the manual labor in the city.
All right.
I've seen a hanging before. Does this look like one?
A hanging?
Or an execution?
What? Oh, which part is that?
The elf on stage with the 2 dragon...
That is correct. You were
Or
up
next
on
to
top.
it.
So what you saw up there at the top, as you look on to see that there are 2 Dragonborn in very ornate, lavish armor. These Dragonborn, one of them is in a sort of red scaled armor. The other one is in a golden plate armor. And they sit on top of a small dais, raising them up above everyone. In center of the 2 of them is the elf on a smaller dais, half the size. Wrists chained and arms outstretched, body almost limp and hanging. However, this elf that you see here is very obviously a female elf.
Okay. And are they like talking? Or are they just like staring at her?
Most of them have not really acknowledged what just happened to Mooney, considering that you are still far away. But there is a large crowd of all kinds of people around, and there is talk going on. You cannot necessarily make out exactly what it is just yet from here.
You know what those crows were, Nakmo. You know that she has come for him. It's time for him to pay his debt.
I don't feel so well.
We can't help him here. Cyrano, Mooney is on his own for now.
Where did he go?
I don't know. Wherever those crows took him. Whatever job it is that he has to do there, I couldn't tell you. But I bet it means nothing good for us.
So this is making sense to you then?
Yes. Mooney made a deal with the devil, a hag.
Oh, he. Oh, wait. That's
Okay.
right.
Oui? So his fate
right.
is his own.
His debt is his to pay.
So let us move on then. We have things to do.
Yeah.
He's a strong fighter. He shall survive, I'm sure. Let's go.
over, now Mooney.
Don't say that, Nakmon. We don't know that Mooney won't survive this. Like Cyrano says, he's a strong fighter. Whatever foe awaits him, I'm sure he can battle it to the death. No problem.
That silly lizard.
He knew what he was getting into, no?
Yes, he has to face a devil. He will defeat him.
We don't have time to talk about it, really.
No, we don't. How far from here is your house?
Well, we are right here, and my house is right there, which is exactly
Far.
it's pretty far, actually.
You're here,
But we have been traveling all night, not to get to my home,
Yes, I
but to save our friend Strider.
That's not Strider.
Correct. So maybe you should ask some questions.
I feel up to some questions, yes. I think that's a great idea.
May we get a little closer and...
Yeah, do we see any guards? Are there any
Yeah, there's guards,
centurions?
there's Dragonborn, there's all kinds of Dragonborn. Now that you're looking, you see that it appears to be some sort of a trial and that there are people who are presenting their cases. You get a good look at a particular Dragonborn who is wearing, it appears to be a general, decorated almost the same as Octomasades. And then as you look over to the other side, in defense of this elf, is Octomasades, who is standing there, letting the other Dragonborn talk, accusing them of treachery, sabotage, interfering with allies of the crown, sovereignty of Kel'moira, assisting escapees, the death of Dragonborn soldiers.
The litany of what sounds like Strider's crimes, basically.
And
I walk forward without
friend.
making a huge commotion.
you walk forward and we cut away.
Okay.
Mooney, we talked to you last week. You were staring down an egg, a dragon egg. It must be a dragon egg. No other creature could possibly be so. The egg could not belong to anything else. Maybe a Tarask, if they even lay eggs. But if you even would know what that creature is,
Yeah, but like you said, this thing is gargantuan.
it's a
Big
for an
egg.
egg, it's gargantuan. And
Gargantuan as in like size-wise, or like...
like you could fit a full-grown German Shepherd on the inside.
The big.
So for an egg, it's big, but it's not like gargantuan as in the mechanics
Even
of the game
Brontosaurus is
size.
hatched from like a basketball.
Yeah.
And the glaive is in my hand.
And the glaive, which you call the glaive of friendship, is in your hand. The weapon that you know is cursed by the hag, the weapon that you saw a master of Bladespire snap in two and banish away, and the inscription on the base of the egg, as it sits in a bed of embers and coals, is Ravik Vethdil. And one by one, the letters had lit themselves up, illuminating in the order of Torvik the Devil. Apparently, the hag was only semi-truthful and had given you an anagram of the creature she wished you to slay. As you look at it and you hear your own heartbeat thrumming in your mind, you look at this egg, you look down at the weapon, and then you see perched atop of the egg is a single raven with a glass-like eye in its beak, and it stands atop, perched, watching you.
How far away am I from the egg?
10 feet.
10 feet. And she's perched right on top of that?
Yeah.
Do I sense her in the room?
With your passive perception, you do not pick up that there is anyone else here in this room. You see that you're in a large chamber. It's large enough for a massive creature to move through. Strangely, you do not see any guards. You do see an exit behind you with a massive gate that could be... Who knows what could be on the other side.
Does this look like there's a hoard around me of like gold and stuff from like a dragon?
As you look around and you take note of the volcanic rock and stones and everything around you, you see that the ceiling is actually embellished with unknowable amounts of gold, as if gold has been placed upon the entire ceiling in order to give it a grand cathedral chapel type design to it.
Okay. Can I make a perception search?
Mm-hmm.
That is is professional fees. 20.
Are you still exhausted?
Yes. Thank you for reminding me. Come on, roll high, guys.
Yeah, do it.
12. One less, so 19.
19. What are you looking for?
There's no signs of an invisible hag in the room, right?
You do not hear anything else save for the low volcanic rumble of the mountain around you. The thrumming of your own heartbeat pulsing in your head and your chest, and the raven, which looks at you, turns the eye side to side, and lets out a and with the eyeball taps on the egg.
Cool.
With my perception search, are there any artifacts in the room that I could use as a weapon?
No.
One last question. Are there any articles that the dragon placed with this, like clothing or stuff that might smell like them?
No.
Okay. I begin to move closer toward the raven.
Every footstep you take, you feel your heartbeat beating harder, louder. The raven continues to sit there, perched, watch. You feel a presence coming from the eye, as if some unseen creature from another location somewhere else watches intently on your next action.
So move closer and closer. I think about the steps that brought me here in the first place. You know, my rash impulse. You know, that led me to making this deal in the first place. Thinking that it would be so simple to kill a demon, and now I'm here. I know, like, out of game, it's weird with magical items, but I'm just gonna say it. As I make it up to the egg, I take the glaive and I smash it over my knee.
The haft of the glaive snaps as easily in your hands as it did in the hands of the master of Bladespire. And with that, you have the broken weapon in your hand, and the raven continues to stare, sits perched there.
It's so easy.
You sense an unhappiness from the other end.
Do you care to re-up on that deal?
The raven continues to sit there. It cocks its head to the side, a little bit this way and that, and you just hear in a retort, it just goes, "Rah! Rah! Rah!"
Do what you must. I throw the glaive into the lava. Cast it into the fires.
And as you do so, the weapon sizzles and burns, a horrible screeching sound as the cold steel wrapped in the molten magma begins to warp and bend and cave in on itself, dissipating. And once again, hundreds of ravens flock out of the shadows themselves taking wing and flying around you, swirling in a cascade of feathers and beaks. A brief moment of excruciating pain until you find yourself once again upon the celestial stair, in time to see Balthazar walking towards a large crowd of Dragonborn, towards where two kings of the Dragonborn are perched upon their own thrones. And what?
I pull out my potion to see me.
Disguise.
Yeah. I want to make myself look like a Dragonborn.
Give me a Constitution saving throw.
Ooh. Disadvantage, right? No, it's a saving throw, so I can still do these. Oh, 18. Plus 3.
An 18 plus 3, so 21.
Yeah, sorry guys.
Now, Now what happens here, Balthazar is currently walking away, but you hear the flutter of feathers behind you, and you look around and you see that these ravens cast off once again, and Mooney is back almost as suddenly as he had disappeared. And here he is, and you see that he's struggling with a bottle. He's for the stopper. His hands are shaking, and his scales take on an unnatural color, a pale hue, and he's gets it open. But as he does so, before you can even drink that potion, you feel your guts retch, and like Mooney bends over, drops to his knees, and begins retching up black bile, a horrible toxic tar that coats to his gums and his teeth, and it spills upon the ground. And you feel your skin begin to rot and almost slough off. All your scales begin to fall to the ground, casting themselves off, and your eyes fall back, and you feel for a second your heart stops. And just as you lose your final breath, you get your breath back. And for unknown reasons, your heart starts back up. And you take a deep breath, and as you do, the potion still in hand, you breathe in deep, and the blood courses through your body once again, and you get the color back in your scales, and whatever effect the hag had on you appears to have attempted to take hold, but you've been able to brush it off. You unknowingly somehow have escaped a curse from a hag. You have broken her deal, and it holds no power over you. You're familiar. You see all of this.
Except me, right?
Except for you. You were walking away. Your familiar spear is on the ground next to you. The black bile still exists, and it quickly begins tendrils out, finds an area over a rock, and then seeps down into the earth and disappears.
I wish I had some of that acid right now.
Oh.
That just
You
came
just
out
pour
of
your
you.
potion on it?
Yeah.
No. I hope nobody knows what this is. It looks like a human. It's a dog.
Dog.
Yeah, I drink the potion as quick as I can to disguise myself to look like a dragonborn. Maybe one of the really like not very cool dragons, not like gold or anything like that, but maybe we'll go blue dragon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so you catch up with your companions with an uneasy feeling of somehow you're not sure how you came to this situation. But here you are next to Cyrano, next to Nakma. In Balthazar, you are walking up through this crowd, and you hear a voice of this other dragonborn dressed in armor, a general, decorated, well-respected. The elf creature committed a crime against our people. You push through the crowd, one person after another. Good dragonborns died because of the actions of this vile vermin. You push ahead of the crowd, you look up to your side, you see a line of heads tied up by their hair. Nordica humans, you recognize 3 out of the dozens of faces. The raiders from before.
Oh,
From the doomed voyage of the raiders
voyage.
from Dragon's Rest. Because of this creature's crimes, there can be only death. It is with regret that we don't have the others here, as one life does not justify the several who fell yesterday. Octomasades looks over, sees you, double take. Visibly looking unnerved now.
Are people in the crowd like shouting things like "filthy elf, kill it," like stuff like that, or are they all like rapt with attention and listening?
It is definitely a lot of shouting is what's going on, yes.
I'm gonna try to just sort of blend in, and I start yelling things. Vermin! Betrayer of Kel'moira!
Strider up there.
No, I don't I don't think I see Strider here. I just see the severed heads of the people from the raid and this female elf.
But you push up to the front. You do get up to the front of this crowd, and you do get a closer look at this elf, and you recognize that it is the same. It is the same facial type features, but a feminine elf, not wearing the armor that the elf Strider was wearing before, but looking very similar, as if it could be family, as if it were a sister or something. And the people continue to shout, demanding blood, while the two Dragonborn leaders up on the daises, they continue to sit there, almost unmoving. One of them, the one in the red, seems a little... what is the word? A little beside himself with a bloodlust and joy at what is about to come, while the other one looks bored of the whole thing.
Okay. And the general is, he's up there on the stage with them, or he's...
Octa Masades is to the side,
To the
whereas the
side.
other general is in the center of everything. The crowd forms a semicircle while the two kings are on upper tiers and the elf chained in the center of them. And in the midst of everything is the general speaking now, demanding vengeance.
Okay. And the general's seen me, but he's acting like he hasn't seen me at this point.
Yes.
Okay.
Twitch is messing up.
We're having Twitch use. Twitch use.
Is that with your phone, or did someone say that?
Steve just texted me.
What have we got?
Yeah, it's true. All the messages
All
keep
his
being
messages
deleted.
keep getting deleted.
Did we not reset it back?
No, I turned on Nightbot, but
He's trying to send bits and he can't.
okay, I'll figure it out.
Sorry.
I guess what I'm trying to figure out is, like, from where the general is, if he were to come over to me, would that be, like, incredibly obvious? Like, he'd be, like, leaving this side of these people, and they're, like, he could not do it discreetly.
He would not be able to go to you discreetly. What of a consequence that would have, you have no idea. You've never seen Dragonborn politics or court or anything like that.
Do I see
Okay.
Strider's bird?
See what?
Do I see Strider's bird?
Perception check.
19 plus 7.
Yeah, Mooney.
Nice, man.
Yeah, Mooney.
There is indeed a bird. Strider's bird is perched atop one of the larger buildings here, kind of overlooking the area.
I give you the nudge. And I point out the bird.
You go up there to where Balthazar is, and this unusual Dragonborn you've never seen before nudges you and like points it up to the roof.
Oh, shit.
Dragonbornman.
Does it smell like Mooney?
For God's sakes, is that you?
Hey,
How'd you get back here?
don't worry about that. Hey, call that hawk to you. And then tell Optimusades, right?
Okay, which hawk?
The one that's up there on the roof.
That's Strider's fucking hawk.
Yeah, no shit.
Are you kidding me?
You can't call him?
I can't.
Is it too obvious?
I don't know how to call a hawk.
You just put your
Mooney.
hand up and get his attention. Oh, just wait for the crowd to be
Right
like, yeah, and then you put your hand up and leave it up a little bit too long.
Okay. Okay.
No, I'm joking. That's a bad idea. Don't listen to me. These
I
are
don't-
all bad ideas so far. What are you gonna do?
We have to get.
You gotta talk to them, right?
Yeah, we have to speak to the general.
Like, you gotta fucking give off Genesis. Like, do you see that
Do I see
The
any
young
members,
dragon?
known members of Genesis here?
Yeah,
Where they? Which side are they standing on?
you do not see Obsidian, but you
Okay.
do see a few people who you recognize. A couple of them, 2 or 3 from the warehouse, who had ran and made it out and did not fight. But they stand alongside the general who is prosecuting.
Okay. I make my way over to as close to Octomasades as I can, and I begin announcing myself quietly so as not to disturb the proceedings, but to any guards that approach me. I need to speak with the general.
A couple of the guards, they just put their hand out, a massive scaled fit or open hand of a dragonborn against your chest, the pressure of their claws into your skin, and you feel they push you back. It's like, this is no place for you. You who are not even a citizen.
I understand that, but trust me, this is important. The general will want to hear this, and I show them my writ.
He looks over the writ, takes it, and sees that it is written by Octomasades. Who are you?
The writ says who I am. My name is Balthazar, and I need to speak with the general. I'm badly wounded.
My liege! My liege!
I'm delirious. I know why you guys are saying this, but...
New evidence has come before the courts!
I blend into the crowd.
The two of the Dragonborn with massive spears in hand grab you by the shoulders and begin escorting you out to Octomasades. This creature has a writ. This human matches the description of one of the charioteers from the night of the incident. And the people up on the throne, the one in the red scales looks like more and more eager by the moment, excited by the prospects of what's going on. The one in gold actually sits up a little bit and perches forward, and hands on his lap, looks and watches. Octomasades looks at you as they are brought forward, and they present him, or you, next to him. He's like, "What are you doing?"
I speak up, louder. What they say is true. I was there that night. Because we were chasing a rumor of a betrayal more deadly than what you accused this elf of. And we have proof.
You had better know what you're doing. Octomasades whispers to you to the side. The guards pay no heed to what he says. The red dragonborn up on the top looks down and is like, "Step forward, human creature. I wish to hear your words, see your face, and savor your fear."
My mind starts reeling for a second, trying to gather evidence. 2 bags of saltpeter. So I immediately walk over and I start analyzing the 2 bags. Like my mind's like beautiful mind shit, trying to figure out what's different about the 2 bags.
Alchemy check.
Yeah. I start walking over slowly, and I do my best to give off no fear. But deference. I'm not trying to be egotistical. And I approach closer to where it is that he wants me to be. My lord, what shall I address you as?
Eminence.
Your Eminence. It is a pleasure to finally be before you with more than just rumors. You see, we have been following the trail of a cult, although here they are no cult, known as Genesis, for some time. As you may or may not know, these brave men of the North, they had a plan to stop your supplies from reaching Kel'moira, the shores. And you should know that my friends and I had a hand in keeping that from happening.
This is heresy! This is absurd! Your Eminence, how could you possibly listen to the words of this filthy human creature?
Let him speak!
A couple of Dragonborn just kind of look over at you and like,
I want to hear what he could say.
Boy.
yeah, why not? No, yeah. We need to get dressed up for nothing. Let's hear what he's got to say before we watch his execution.
Right?
You look up and you see the female elf up on the dais, hands chained and like hair draped over her face. She looks up and just kind of like, you give me a... No, it's a... How good are you at reading lips? Do you have anything on there that would help your character with that?
I do not necessarily have anything that would help my character with that. I don't.
Some characters have that as a trait with background or something like that.
It's a feat.
So let me just have you. You see the
It gives
female
you
elf.
advantage on the check to read it.
The female elf mouths some words, barely speaking, so quiet that it's impossible for you to hear over the throngs of people. But give me an insight check to see if you can figure out what it is.
Okay. Insight's wisdom.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have no bonus to that.
And
so
you
it's
have
just gonna be a
disadvantage.
Straight roll with disadvantage. Very unlikely.
You're pretty sure the female elf is mouthing the words, "You killed Harambe."
It's Harambe.
Who is this poor creature? And what is its grim fate that I am its killer?
That's why everything's gone bad.
Mooney, you saw the
That's
same
funny.
thing though, and you're like, "You came back for me?"
Well,
Go on, get on with it.
Get on with it! The whole crowd, the entire place, get on with it!
Just like start getting a little nervous. My palms start getting a little sweaty. Like, okay,
Movie spaghetti.
here. It is a long tale, but the short of it is quite simple. These folks here, these creatures of Genesis, and I point to the cult members, they have a goal in mind, a task, and they seek to manipulate you, proud Kazuls, your eminence, your liege. They seek to use your power here in this land to increase their own and others. They wish to make an army using
Go on.
the power of sorcerous might inherent, well, for one, in a dragonborn of your own citizenry.
Cyrano, the saltpeter. As you're looking over it, you're not able to really sure what it is that's in it, but there's an unknown chemical in one of them. You're not, but what it is you discover is that the weird saltpeter, it has a dye in it, and as you handle it, your hands begin to turn blue. And it brings your memory back to a certain letter that you found that was stained blue as well.
right?
A blue stained letter from the warehouse.
In the warehouse.
Absurd! He has no proof! Who is he but a man seeking to save his own head? A foolish man to come before the great Kazuls with terrible lies. I say we let the divines decide. The gold dragonborn up on the throne looks over, puzzled look, gives a nod. The red dragonborn. The god shall decide your fate then. High Cleric Trillinok, come before your Kazuls. And a dragonborn wearing very elaborate robes steps forward and has in his hand a swinging censer of incense and smoke and places it down. We should now take our question. Are these creatures guilty? Should they be executed and bask in our Kazol's great flame for their punishment? You all know the omen of Drakesis, and pulls out a pouch, reaches in, and has this powder, and holds it up over the censer, takes the lid off, and drops it down. This powder falls into the coals and embers of the. I'm sorry, I keep doing that. Falls into the censer, and whoosh! It explodes as they cast an augury spell in a puff of big blue smoke. The smoke is blue! There you have it, Kazuls.
Oh.
Anyway,
Guilty!
I have the letter.
Drakesis demands blood.
Oh, wait. Hold on, I started running through the crowd with the two bags. Wait. I'm tripping and falling and exhausted.
Octomasades is
Following
like,
behind him.
oh no. This can only get worse from here.
I'm right behind Serrano.
The Minotaur coming from behind is like, hey, that's the Minotaur who stole the carriage too! Chariot. Yeah, the chariot!
I stole nothing.
Hold the proceedings. I have proof that this whole situation has been rigged.
The gold dragonborn stands up upon their throne and looks down at you and says, and who are you, human?
Nothing but a simple alchemist. But the point is,
Are you a citizen within our city?
Yes. I'm a landowner. Thank you very much.
I wish to see your writ. And you as well.
Here.
It's all wet.
The ink's running. They take it up. Another guard grabs the two. You're left there with your saltpeter. You're looking. You're nervous. Your hands are still clammy. Or was it yours? Yeah.
Mine.
Yeah.
And the Dragonborn takes the writs up to the gold Dragonborn
Want that
up on the
back.
throne and looks at it, and it all seems to be coming together then. Octomasades, you sponsored this excursion into Genesis and their temple. I do wish to hear what you have to say, though know that if I am displeased by this, Octomasades, you and your henchmen lackeys will die by the flame. Go on then, brave creature. Tell me what it is.
Everything that this human is saying is true. We have discovered the secret plot to destroy the supply chain in the city of alchemy here with the reagents. We have raided the cult's warehouse, and when
He
we were in there,
confesses! He
Yes.
confesses to bombing and terrorism in our city!
Not what he said.
Where I come from, we have a saying.
Nobody is speaking to
When
you!
the facts are against you,
Let
pound on
them
the table
speak.
and be as loud as you can, which is what you are doing here. We have more proof than just the saltpeter. I start digging around
Yes.
for the blue stained letter.
we have multiple sets of proof here, but the most important part is this. These are 2 bags of saltpeter. One which will produce always a blue flame, which you just
No!
witnessed.
Absurd! Absurd! Do not listen, Kazols!
I throw some into the fire and it's blue.
He commands the power of Drakesis!
I'll take some out of the other bag and throw it in.
A white flame, a plume goes up.
Sacre bleu!
Jesus.
Voila!
He's a phony! This is heresy! Heresy to speak
You're
up
a
against
phony.
the gods!
We only speak the truth.
The Dragonborn, the gold and red Dragonborn stop what they're doing, but they do look at you and they say, well, the evidence is something to be said of itself. This is not proof. You said you had other proof.
Yes, we do have other proof. Here, look here at this letter, stained blue by the hands of one who is familiar with using the saltpeter,
Show my hands.
detailing their plans to find an even greater sorceress power.
I spread rumors around the crowd.
Someone needs to read that.
You see that the high cleric Trillinak is like vigorously wiping his hand off.
Oh, snap.
Even now, the
blue
cultists
head.
of Genesis spread their fingers wide across the moth.
Can I grab his hand?
No, you're by the guards. You'd have to be in the crowd.
Oh.
I look right at the gold dragon. Search my heart. You know it to be true.
Can we point him out? Did we notice that?
High Cleric Trillinak, this letter mentions your name. Stained blue, just as your hand is. He looks back and forth, anxious. You see that the Dragonborn's mind is racing. His whole plot has come unraveled, unsure what to do. Hate the city anyways. Genesis, attack! And the
told
guards
you.
who are right next to you turn, and one of them turns a spear towards you, but he is quickly stabbed and cut down by the other. Another one comes up from behind. You see 2 Dragonborn charging you, massive weapons at the ready. Octomasades grabs the spear out of the dying Dragonborn's hand with a twirl, a leg swept out from underneath one, and then stabbed down in time for him to grab the other Dragonborn. They wrestle, and with a he snaps the neck of the guard attacking him. Well, you've gone and made a scene about things. Defend yourselves! Roll for initiative.
We did it. Why is it always our fault?
Wanna take a
blame me.
real quick break?
Yeah, we might as well.
All right.
Oh, shit.
We didn't get that.
Fucking rolling tight tonight. You're gonna have to give me these, Miley.
I'm taking that roll. I want that one.
Let's see.
good. We're live.
And
Yay!
yay, hooray.
All right.
We're back.
Feast your eyes on this.
Yeah, they got a pretty good view, but it's top down, so we still have to kind of point out who's who.
Mm-hmm. We have a massive battlefield set up in front of us.
So who are the VIPs here? We got Nakma,
Yup.
we got Cyrano, we got Octomasades,
On Nakma's left
Mooney
is Balthazar.
is here.
Yup.
Balthazar here. Mooney's in the crowd back here, just dressed as disguised as a Dragonborn.
Mm-hmm. This is High
Jesse.
Cleric Trillinok.
This is the cleric.
Everybody else.
And I believe this is our ally fully up with a weapon in hand ready to start
yeah, he's-
fighting on our
No,
side.
no, he's chained up.
Oh, okay.
I don't have any chains. Sorry.
No.
Chains.
But this
Pipe
is the wounded, or the tired of, whatever. We don't
Okay,
know if
yeah.
it's wounded.
He's captured by a zone of imprisonment.
Dirty zones.
Okay, so we have disadvantage on initiative.
Yep.
Correct?
Correct.
Correct.
Ugh, gross. Alright, well,
9.
Cyrano, we'll see you guys next round.
Right?
Let's see what I can do here. I've got a +6 to initiative. That's going to be a 10.
All right, give me a second here. That is the wrong book. I wanted this.
Got to be a 9. I apologize for having my phone in my hand, but I don't have my character sheet today, so I've got to
And
pull up
then
D&D Beyond.
these guys got bad.
D&D Beyond.
And then Octomasades.
Well, those are the kings.
Oh, on the two dice. Of course. And they are polymorphed at the moment.
Okay, go ahead and put yourself wherever you are on my initiative tracker.
Right? Our understanding, yeah.
I
Our
believe that you
understanding is
have
that these are
heard.
actual dragons, right?
I believe that you have heard, or at least believe that they are actual dragons.
Okay.
I certainly do.
What?
I certainly do.
What?
Believe that they're dragons. Yeah.
Yeah, as far as my understanding goes, yeah.
You've been in the city
Dragons
long
are-
enough to know that it is a gold dragon and a red dragon that rules the city.
I mean,
Balthazar got
just saw
9.
the math.
10.
Damn. Boy, we did not roll well. Oh, yeah. We're exhausted.
Oh yeah.
I would have had a 25.
And so it was High Cleric Trillinak who rolled the highest. And so with his turn, he goes first. And
Flame strike!
You don't get to be high cleric without a few flame strikes
The
here and
entire
there, you know?
crowd is dead.
Yeah.
Right?
Meteor swarm.
Meteor Swarm would be fun. But I tried that against you guys once before, and then while casting it, I learned the radius of the spell, and I'm like, oh, so I hit everything, including myself. Shouldn't have done that.
Great
Okay.
spell for sorcerers. Not so much for wizards.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, evocationist. Is it an evocation spell?
Evocation.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know, but you can still
No, it's ice.
pick.
Can't.
Evocation can spell shape.
Yeah.
But only evocation spells.
I don't
know if
think
it's
so. You
only
could just,
evocation
it says
spells.
choose a number of your allies equal to your intelligence modifier to avoid. I think.
On any AoE spell? I think it says evocation spells. But I could be wrong.
He
I've
Join
never
us
played
next
one.
week on the
Conjures-
breakdown.
Yeah. We're just filling the time. We're just filling the gaps. Filling the
High
gaps.
Cleric Trillinak brings his hands together and has a small hammer in his hand, and then a flash of light shines down and explodes into his hand, summoning forth a spiritual weapon that it appears to be fixated on Octomasades. Now, that is his bonus action. He will then... he's going to Sacred Flame Balthazar.
Cool.
Oh, goody.
That's
Okay.
a save that I need to make.
Right?
That is a save. That is a save.
At disadvantage,
Why is your save disadvantage?
ability saves,
It's checks.
checks. Okay, so no disadvantage. Stop trying to roll with disadvantage.
What level of exhaustion do you have?
4. It's cocked.
That's a
Disadvantage on attack rolls and saving
Really?
throws.
It saves at 4.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's at 3.
Oh, gross. You
Terrible.
failed.
That's at 3. I failed.
Ouch.
Yeah.
Yeah, ouch.
Ouch. Yeah.
4th level spellcaster. Got it. That is going to be 1. Sorry. I need to look up that. Got it. It is 8. 8 radiant damage as searing flame strikes down, looking at you, fixated on you, who has foiled his plans. Fire strikes and streaks across the sky, almost like a lightning bolt striking into Balthazar.
Okay.
That is
1 second.
that.
The world grows dark. Embers start to fall from the sky. It's just a doomsday nightmare scene. His city is in flames. Everything that he feared would happen if he didn't build this army is happening all around him. And I begin to take steps towards him as I pull my hood back, revealing my death's head visage. And I shout, for your crimes against the Kazuls, you will meet your fate. I blast flames out of my mouth. He's got to make a
Beautiful.
dex save.
Is this Hellish Rebuke?
Yep.
Which guy?
I rolled a
The one that
19.
did it.
He made the save, but I am casting it at 3rd level, so we're gonna go 2 to
Dang.
10.
Earned his 3rd level slot.
I'm like right behind.
Warlocks, they go all out.
I could steal
Yep.
something from him.
Go big or go
Yeah,
home.
Daddy.
Yes. 10?
11, 17, 18 fire damage, but he takes half.
9.
18 fire damage, so 9.
18 fire damage.
But lots of cool factor.
Lots of cool factor. And Balthazar just kind of like floats back
Get him
to
back on his
his
head.
position. Yeah.
Definitely a slur.
That's cool.
Okay. Shoots himself, cloak up, trying to shield away the flame. He uses the rest of his turn to move back.
Oh, past Mooney.
Is he still
Past
in his
Mooney.
realm? You guys go past him, huh?
Can I
Doesn't
make a
know him.
trip opportunity attack?
Shove him.
Deception.
Doesn't know
It's a
attack.
special attack. You can't do anything.
Opportunity
Oh, it's an
attack
opportunity attack, yeah.
is a
No.
melee attack.
I won't do it. I won't break my cover yet.
Okay.
Oh.
And that is his turn. That brings us to Mad Mooney.
Now I break my cover.
Okay.
All right, I'll allow it. Continue on.
Yeah, run up to him.
You don't have to run.
Is there any
just turn
lava
around.
beside us?
So yeah, let me explain that a little bit.
Sure looks like it.
This line here is essentially the edge of the volcano caldera. So this is lava, lava, lava.
And these go out
Lava.
the edge of the top,
These are precipices that extend out as far out as you can see.
over the crater.
I'd like
Yeah.
to
Awesome.
walk up to him and be like, "Don't
Love
worry,
it.
sir. We'll protect you." And I'd like to make a special attack action,
Get
the shove action,
Yeah.
to push this motherfucker
Yeah.
into the lava.
Oh boy.
And I'm just
protect
gonna,
me. Who the hell are you?
Yeah, I'm gonna kind of like drunkenly, accidentally push him in. Yeah.
Go for it.
Stop resisting. I'll
Oh.
save you.
Right.
It's disadvantage. That's gonna miss.
Disadvantage.
It's a check, right? It's an athletics check. And I have 3 levels of exhaustion, so
It is an athletics check, yes.
yeah, I got a 14 and a 3. So 3 plus, 3 plus 4. Can you beat that, huh?
7.
What do you got, buddy?
Gotta beat a 7.
Gotta beat a 7.
Passed. Unhand me!
I do it again.
Yes. Come on,
I'm
baby.
gonna try again.
Come on, baby.
Try, come on, baby. Come on, roll them up. 8. Let's see my lower.
Lower.
13. Alright, so 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Oh, that was pretty good. That was a big dice.
Better.
10. What do I got?
It's
athletics?
either athletics or acrobatics, I think.
Yeah,
Strength or dex?
it's either for you, but
Yeah.
it has to be athletics for me.
He's not trained, so it's just a +2. It's 12.
Oh, you meet
You
it.
meet it.
Oh,
good
dang. Oh.
Yeah,
Nothing else?
yeah. Like, does that still count as an attack action?
Yeah.
Yeah, you took 2.
That's 2.
Yeah.
Okay, so since it was a melee attack action, right? I'm going to immediately fall into Fury of Blows.
Stop pushing me! He's like, stop! I said unhand me!
11, 5. Ugh.
Are you at 3?
We'll have to look that up.
Third
I
level?
don't know if you
Yeah,
can
I'm at
do
3rd
it.
level. So,
Okay.
Because they don't count as attacks, they're special attacks. They're not melee attacks.
12. Is that it?
12.
But
Well, does not hit. Your attacks fall and crash and thud into his softened armor.
14.
14 is a hit. Woo! Why'd you have advantage on that one?
I was disadvantaged.
Disadvantage.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I see.
Okay. 5 damage. As I just
on,
like
buddy.
I kind of go up to him like, "Don't worry, I'll save you." Right?
like, get off, get off.
That's when you get
kinda
more
grabbing him
aggressive.
and shit.
I said I'll save you! Stop fighting!
I guess I'm gonna use the rest of my action to run away, and I'm like, "Don't worry, I'll get them." 5, 10, 15, 20,
So you're gonna need to give me a
25, 30,
deception check
35,
on all of this.
40.
You just run away.
Yes. Sure.
Or performance if you want.
Oh yeah, I love performance, guys. 4.
Disadvantage.
Good God.
15.
This is beautiful.
So that's a that's a 2 to that 4, so 6.
Thought you liked
He
performance.
does not believe you were trying to save him.
Right?
And
Jerk.
he will take an opportunity attack as you turn your back to him. He tries to...
I got free disengage for using Fury of Blows. So anyway,
So
use my reverberation skills.
As you're doing all that, he's
Right.
like,
Ducking
"Where
his
is my
dodge to the
dagger?"
ground.
And he takes too long, and you've already stumbled out of the area. And it's like, "Who is that horrible dragonborn?"
You see like a tail pop up out of like the fucking cloak.
Right? Dragonborn.
A prophecy! The prophecy has come true!
Everybody gets tails.
That is Mad Mooney.
Pushed him in, guys.
Nice try.
Octomasades. These 4 guys coming up from behind here are all cultists.
Oh shit.
He has turned already and is advancing. He goes to the first of these creatures here and makes an attack. Okay. Makes an attack. Rolls a 15. That's a hit. He does... Next one is a hit, and the third one... Okay. And I have how many hit points? Quite a few. The first one that he comes up against has this glaive in hand. He's already thrown the glaive to the side, and he pulls a great sword like out from behind him. And just with a quick attack, he slices his way through the first guy. The first attack cutting through the belly. His guts begin to spill out and onto the stone of the volcano's summit that you stand upon. And with the next attack, he steps forward from behind, runs it through the next creature, and as another guy is coming up from behind, he's already like drawn it out and overhead and slices down, severing the arms away from the next guy in line, completely disabling him. The first guy drops to the ground dead. And the next guy has had his hands cleaved off of the ends of the stumps. Fight on! Fight on! That is his turn. Balthazar.
So this is
Yeah.
lava.
No, not that part.
What part?
Only the corners.
Sorry.
Like that.
Just here.
This line here extends all the way.
So like
Here.
here.
Take
We're
this
at the
piece
crater.
here and just like towards me.
Yeah,
Close it
that's
off.
Make it line up with this.
Right here.
Yeah, this piece to right there.
Oh, okay. I just can't quite do it because the
Yeah,
book's
it's fine.
in the way, but yeah.
It continues like that.
Right here.
It's all stone.
Okay.
Okay.
The lava continues across this
Yes.
way right here. Is that what you're saying?
This is stone.
Oh, but a little bit of lava.
The
right
red.
here.
No.
Oh.
No.
Oh shit. Okay. Sorry.
There.
Sorry. It's very important that I understand. There. Okay. Got you.
Yeah.
Just there.
The lava's over there.
Right there.
Ah. Okay. Got you. Sounds good. So it's my turn now.
Lava.
Yeah.
All right. Just gonna give me a little move action over here.
Like all the villagers, just like
Looks like I got a pretty decent line of
Any of
sight
these
on him now
people
without
scatter?
anybody in my way.
How many people scattered when this shit started?
I'm gonna make 2 attacks
Commoners.
against him.
They're still running.
First one is gonna be a miss.
come on,
really
you got
hoping
this.
I hit that.
You got this, Taz.
You can do it.
And that looks
Double
like it's
eights.
gonna, let's see, 15. Does a 15 hit?
Double eights.
Versus who?
Chillinok.
Trillinok.
Chillin' knock.
Trillinok. 15 to hit.
Yep.
That's a hit.
Okay, cool.
Knocked him on his ass. Yeah.
I draw out my obsidian dagger and just yank it back, shoot a beam at him, and I throw it. And as it just goes through the air, it's just like multiple shadow copies of it that just keep flying out again and again and again until it hits him and strikes him in the chest, sends him flying backwards 10 feet. And
With
I-
his dagger in hand, he's looking at Mad Mooney, the Dragonborn, run away. He's like, oh, cut his throat. Struck square in the chest,
That's a good
sending him backwards. He takes how much damage?
20.
Wow, that's a good hit.
Knock him back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
And
knocked
knocks him back 10 feet.
Oh, he stole my idea.
That, I guess, right?
Getting closer.
Sounds about right.
I should
Just about right. Nakma.
Okay. Nakma is going to rage. And while he rages, the electricity within 10 feet, or the air around him within 10-foot radius, starts to smell like electricity and ozone, and sparks are flying off his silver-tipped horns and crossing in front of him to his nose ring and connecting to his axe. And he moves 40 feet. Right there. And then he does a dash action and charges that dude with his goring rush.
You're going to take so many opportunity attacks.
Really?
Yeah.
All those guys.
Minimum. Okay, let's figure out the minimum path. Minimum path is maybe 2, 3. Minimum 3. These 3. If he goes down
This
this
guy
line.
right here was
But
standing.
you can't go through.
He was over
This
here.
guy was standing right there.
You still
Okay.
use your shield.
So you can go through them. But then that's if he goes around
That means you're using your horn.
1, 2, 3, 4. 4.
Yeah.
2, 2.
This guy is standing on this square, it
Yeah.
looks like.
Asking
Yeah.
like, you-
So it's
you
straight
still-
line down.
you still
1,
use
2,
your
3, 4.
shield, right?
I would.
No, I give you emerald.
Minimum
Well,
of
actually,
4.
he could have.
That's if they're all enemies. Are they all enemies?
Yeah.
You don't know yet.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna
I
find
don't
out.
care.
I don't think they have sentinel feet.
Hey man, maybe he's a good like minotaur and he's just trying to run away. He looks like he's dashing away.
No,
Found a
he
clear
already
path
spoke
and
up
ran.
too.
You raged.
I did. I raged.
There's a lightning bolt. It's coming this way.
As you charge up and prepare to rush the leader in this area, as you run by, these cultists pull scimitars and attack you. The first one against you is probably not a hit. 10, 11, 12.
Nope.
The second one is worse. The third one is closer, but probably still not a hit. We got 14.
No. Those 3.
All 4 miss. Just scimitar, just with your axe, just as you're running, you're just like clunk, clunk. And 2 of the guys try to rush in. They both slash like this, but your gore attack, like your head's already down. You just catch the scimitars with your horns. Just
Free action as I do that. You need better help.
Yeah.
and you gore into the next guy. You manage to rush through, not being struck by a single opportunity attack from 4 cultists. Continue on.
Okay. I can hit him with my gore.
Yeah.
My goring action, so... with my reckless attack.
Excuse me. Excuse me.
So that negates the disadvantage,
Just one.
right? No, just 1.
But you're just putting that one away. So roll it up.
Right? It's got to be a hit.
16.
Wait, what?
To pull it off, you would have had to roll over here.
Practice roll, guys.
He failed the deception check, is what happened.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You were not putting that one away. What was that roll for dice roll that you had on there?
It might hit.
3, 10?
A 3 plus 10?
No,
7.
3
A
plus
7 to hit.
Yeah,
10.
10 is not a hit.
I missed him with the goring rush. Okay, well, I'm right in front of his face.
He just grabs the
We
Attack.
are like on death's door, every one of us.
Yeah.
Is your gore an is it a bonus
It's a
action?
bonus action.
You have to do it when you dash.
With the dash.
Yes.
And this
We'll
is
clarify it from last time.
your
Can't use
first
action.
turn?
You can't use your action for dash.
Yeah.
No, it's
Right?
he can't rage if he gores.
Oh. Yeah, 'cause
It's a
he's
dash
bonus
and a
action.
bonus action. True. You can get right up in his face.
Okay, fine.
You can still attack.
And now you're raged.
I'm raged
Yeah.
with my reckless attack.
No, you're not raged
He did.
because you gored.
Okay.
It was an
He
attack and
raged
he missed.
first, so technically he can't gore. So he dashed. He's right there, no attacks.
I'll allow it, even though it's kind of
Yeah, because we know he missed.
definitely working a lot in your favor there. Yeah. Yeah, you know he missed. That's why it's working in
No,
your
I
favor.
know it.
Yeah.
And that's why it's kind of unfair. But that is the order of what happened. The order of operations.
It is true.
Does it
That's
make
what
you
he
feel better
said
that,
first.
that
I use
Chris
my free
acknowledged it?
action.
He's like, no, you're right. It's totally fucking. It's in our favor, but
Yeah, it makes me feel better.
I use my free action to look back.
we're
at
almost dead.
So-
Goddammit! I'm gonna try and work the rules.
I use my free action to yell back at my Genesis brothers and say, "Brothers, no! It's just an innocent Minotaur trying to escape."
Do you know him?
As I raise my axe and fucking cut him down.
Yeah.
You're gonna try. What level of exhaustion do you have? 2? Or are you at 3?
So what's 3 do?
Disadvantage
Yeah,
on
you and I
attack
are-
rolls and
I'm at
saving
3.
throws.
He's at
I
2.
thought save
Reckless.
at 3.
I'm
But
at 3.
reckless attack
He's
is
at
it neck?
You guys are
negate
at
it?
2.
Oh, it's us that were at 2. Yeah, you're right.
It sounds like you still can do your attack with advantage.
With advantage?
Because you're at. He just said you're at 2.
I'm at
Yeah, he and I were at 2.
I thought I was at 2.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but you can't attack. It's not your turn anymore.
Why the hell ain't? I have a 2 attack.
He hasn't used his attack
No,
action.
dashed.
no.
It's
Yeah.
a bonus action.
The gore is only one single attack. It's not an attack action. And so, technically, if you don't have disadvantage, then you hit. Because that second roll was a 13.
Well, now, hang on a second. Is that gore part, that dash?
It's not part of the chain.
So then he did
used his
use
action
an
to
action
dash.
to dash.
Yeah. Yes.
Because
Yeah, so he doesn't have the bonus action to use. Correct. We covered this.
Right, which means if he
He
used
can't,
his.
he can't hit him with gore.
Which,
No,
if he
but I
did
still have
his
2
action
attacks.
to dash, then he can't attack.
Correct.
Yeah. Then yeah, your turn's over.
Yeah, you can't use your attack because you're raged.
Okay.
That's what I was saying.
But it's a wise move to rage.
Okay.
Yeah.
Raging always good.
First
But
and
that's
foremost.
the only downside to barbarian. You gotta spin your bonus
Whatever, he's
action.
got a big minotaur on his face.
Yeah, right. You can't
see
run
you
away.
guys.
Yeah,
I'm
he's
like
he's
fucking
cooked.
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Yeah,
man.
right. Matumbo finger.
All right.
All right,
Minotaur
Nagma.
with
Doing
shield and
basketball,
axe.
That was
Yeah.
enough. That was enough rules lawyering
John are like-
from that.
I've seen the game of death. Okay.
I know it involves a ball. Dude.
These 3 advance upon Octomasades. They immediately
Oh, my
attack.
buddy.
This guy here rushes up to defend Octomasades from here. This guy rushes up to defend Octomasades from behind, rushing to aid their general. Most of the village folk immediately begin running. Oh my god, what's going on? These people are attacking!
Oh, you're not even gonna 50-50? Like, whether
They're
they
like,
stay,
"Ah!"
go, or help?
No, they're just simple people. They have no reason to stay, go, or help. This guy pulls out a weapon and immediately tries attacking this cultist here.
Oh, no.
And he makes an attack against
That's
that
good.
cultist.
Yeah, that's
Go,
really
go,
good
go,
because I just
Go.
I suddenly
His
feel
attack
very
is a
bad.
hit. The cultist here from behind takes an attack. He's paying attention to Nakma.
Where are you? You're
Mooney ran somewhere. He's like, don't worry, my brothers. And he's like, I don't know that guy, do you? And then that's when another scimitar strikes out, a short sword strikes out and cuts this guy like underneath the lower ribs, exposing some soft meat of his belly. He's like, ah! How dare you! And he turns
Blames
against
it
the
on the
next guy.
Minotaur.
Combat begins breaking up between the two of them. Weapons clash. The other cultists advance upon whoever is closest to them.
Oh no.
This guy turns this way, moving towards that. This cultist turns here. This cultist turns here, granting him. Well, he already has advantage. This guy is also a cultist, and
Did you use your movement?
he did use his movement.
I used some of it.
It was escaping.
This guy has no clue really what to think about Mooney. He really doesn't. Mooney is being totally crazy. So he
Weird guy in the crowd.
advances to here over who he knows is a threat
Who's gonna end?
and begins trying to attack that guy. Attacks go off, scimitars fly out, weapons exchange and glance and blow off of attacks. This person here falls. He is felled by two of the attacks from the cultists. Falls to the ground, a dragonborn dead. Two attacks against Nakma. Flash out, scimitars from behind. Both of them with advantage. The first one is 18 plus. The second one is 16 plus. What's your AC?
19.
I think I hit. Yes, I hit. Two attacks hit against Nakma. As the scimitars flash out, you feel two stabbing sensations in your back as a scimitar slashes across the backside of one of your thighs as he tries to cut your leg from underneath you, and another one stabs into your back, trying to pierce through your thick, scarred hide. You're going to take 6 and 6 slashing damage. So you're in a rage. That's 3 and 3.
Yep.
Nobody attacked Mooney. Two of those guys begin clashing with the others, and they are not able to kill that person. But two of the cultists advance on Balthazar. The first one makes his attack, 17 plus. The second one makes an attack, it's a miss. The first attack against you, Balthazar, as the scimitar slashes out. The first attack, you dodge back to the side, barely missing, throwing your cloak up to try to throw off the attack, but you manage to, in doing so, warding off that attack, you block line of sight from the next guy. He uses the opportunity to thrust forward with the scimitar, giving you 6 piercing damage to the lower part of your gut, just to above your hip.
Good gravy.
That is...
It made it past me in the initiative.
bad guy.
So I have my reaction again.
Yes, you do.
You do what
Burn
that.
my last spell slot on this dude that thinks he's gonna try to end the legend that is Balthazar, and
This guy attacked him?
No.
Legend.
Yeah.
One of those two. They're on the other side of the crystal.
No. When did this guy go?
He's
First. He attacked.
went
What
first.
did you do on your turn?
I Eldritch
You blasted him.
Oh,
yeah,
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 okay,
okay.
sorry,
Sorry.
yeah.
We're good.
Dex save.
He attempts to make a dexterity saving throw. 11.
Ooh, baby.
What is it?
Not
Not
11.
11.
13, I think.
It was 13,
the
right?
best we can do right now.
Yeah.
14
so,
if you got 20
okay, cool.
in Castle.
Get this.
Counts.
9, 10, 11.
Wow, big numbers.
6. 26 fire damage as I just describe his doom to him.
Oh my god.
Torch him from the ground up with my death's head visage.
Beautiful.
26? Who'd you hit?
Who did
I
you
can
just-
only hit
who did
the
you
person
incinerate?
that damaged me. Whichever one it
One
was
of
that
those
damaged me.
two.
This one here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Take it.
It is.
Are they standing?
1, 2, 3.
I've been carrying this bag for 40 years. My back is stuck in this position.
Oh my god,
You don't have
totally.
26.
Heck no. Heck no.
CDP.
Jesus, look at those eyes.
1, 2, 3, 4.
I know, right?
1, 2, 3.
My eyes used to be straight. Somebody kill me.
Got it. What was the damage? 26?
Soulless dragonborns years ago. I can't even
Perfect.
drink holding this bag all
Someone
the time.
move me that way? I thought it was over here more.
No.
This looks
There's
about
less
right to me.
dudes
Okay.
on
Cyrano.
the field.
I
Oh, that's unfortunate.
assess the battlefield, always questioning what the hell Mooney's doing. I have no idea.
And if you're not questioning Mooney, you're questioning Neckball.
But I do see my friend in danger. So I take a swig of my wine and stumble myself over 10, 20 up to Taz. Oh, it looks like we are really in it again this time, my friend.
I look over at you, and like as I'm looking at you, my visage is fading from his skull back to me.
Good move, yes.
I just like barely can see.
Pull out a vial from my shield, crank up a little electricity, and say, "Hello, my friends, I have a present. Take a look."
What?
I shoot acid on both of them. They need to make a dexterity save.
On both? Oh, yeah, they're adjacent. Well done. Dex saves.
Oh, you pull like a full-on like Mr. Joker, you know? Look at my flowers.
Oh no, I was thinking more of the
Look at my flowers.
scarecrow.
Oh, jeez.
Yes.
Dexterity saving
Nice.
throw.
Yeah.
They
15 DC.
they both pass.
Wow. There's no damage on the cantrip.
No damage. He's like, oh, goggles! The goggles, they work! They are both unharmed. Anything else, Cyrano?
That's all I got.
All right. Big bad evil guy sees Nakmo charging at him, has made his attacks, does not like that you were there. He turns to you, Nakmo, and he casts a spell.
What's he do with his bonus action?
I'll tell you in a second. I'm not that far yet.
Yeah, I was wondering if he lost concentration on that when I damaged him.
That is not a concentration spell.
Nope.
Oh.
It's tiny.
But this is, Nakmo, give me a wisdom saving throw.
You got this, buddy.
Oh. That is real bad.
Super unfortunate.
As you're rushing up at him and your axe is at the ready, you're coursing with electricity and everything, and he just... He comes up to you, and with a hand, a holy symbol up in air, and it flashes a bright light, and he's like... Psst, and he says, no. And
No.
your body
dare he.
seizes up as you are struck by a spell, and you find that you are now paralyzed.
Okay.
He...
Which means you drop everything you're holding.
Now we can't move.
He's incapacitated. That's
Hold.
what
Frozen in spot. Paralyzed.
Not incapacitated.
paralyzed gives you the incapacitated
Yeah, but it's not the same.
condition.
A paralyzed creature is incapacitated.
So you drop everything.
Yeah, I believe so.
You really
Incapacitated creature can't attack, can't take actions or reactions.
Okay.
I don't remember it saying that you drop everything though for that condition though. So I'm just gonna say that he's paralyzed. He can't move. You're
Paralyzed.
stuck there. I'm saying that your weapon is in hand. We'll look that up later.
Yeah.
I would love to
It
make
would-
it harder.
It would be a free action
Shout
to
out
pick
to
it up.
Yeah.
Skylar.
But like if you have a shield, you drop your shield and lose the armor class
Yeah,
bonus.
exactly.
Actually, I don't know if it's strapped on.
Strapped on.
Very few shields actually strapped to your arm.
Except for this one that Mooney made.
From Ember's backbone.
Yeah.
It paralyzes you.
I got a strap.
He uses a bonus action to focus on Mad Mooney, who he is now very upset with for trying to punch him to safety. And it is a...
Forgive me, my lord!
From all these people. From all those people.
Roll for a 20.
13... What is it? He gets...
Plus 7, right?
Is it his normal thing for
For a magic attack, it's a spell attack. That's what it is.
Yep.
Instead of using.
So it's his wisdom modifier plus his proficiency bonus,
Yep.
which for us right now is most likely no higher
A
than
melee
7.
spell attack.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. So, 16 to hit.
It misses.
Really? Dang. Okay. 16 to hit is a miss, and that spiritual hammer just flies over your head. You're like, "Wah!" And you luchador your way underneath like some kind of limbo dancer, and you just slide on through, completely missing you. He did an action.
I go
He
like
did
this.
that. You can't see me. He sees where he's at, and he advances to here, moving after Balthazar.
Holy shit.
He moves
Lucky he
to right here.
paralyzed me.
Yeah.
Okay. Now this is
Who's
stone,
dead?
right?
Yeah, that's all stone.
Gotcha.
Okay, that is his turn. Mooney.
Okay. So, he's paralyzed, right?
Nakma is paralyzed. You see him, he's just bound by these unusual spiritual chains that have flashed out of that guy's holy weapon, the cleric's holy weapon, and
Yes.
the chains have lashed themselves to everything. Nakma is almost mid-swing,
struggling.
unable to move.
I'm fighting it all the way.
What kind of manacles does the elf have on them?
Is it just ropes?
They appear to be chain
correct,
shackles.
I don't know if free hurts
I go
when it
to
cuts
break.
holes in the
I go to
right
hit
idea,
him, right? And as soon as I do, it breaks my sword.
Wait, what?
I'm kidding.
Okay.
Anyway, so
Surprise! You're
Did I miss
adamantium.
something?
yeah, so I'm gonna go charge the priest, please. Do you think I have enough movement there for 40 feet?
You
Here?
got tons
Yeah.
of movement.
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna take one opportunity of attack from that green guy on the left side by Cyrano. No, I'm trying to get up to him.
Yeah. This is the only path.
Yep.
This is the only path. And that's 1, 2, 3 people you'd be passing.
No, I'm still
Oh,
within
but
range.
you're right. If you
Yeah.
stop right there. Okay, so what are we talking? 10, 20, 30. What's the extra diagonal? 40. How much do you have?
Why'd you walk past them? Like, go this way.
Okay, but how much do you have?
I have 45 feet.
I don't know. You move yourself then. I don't know how you're gonna get there at 45.
10, 15, 20.
10, 15. No, you have for every diagonal you have to go one down,
okay.
one over.
Okay,
Yep.
so
Or if you
5,
want, you can
10,
just use a tape
15,
measure
20.
and measure it.
25.
Well, that would be straight lines way
30.
better.
I go here, it's a 30. 35, 40. So I can get to
There's
there.
more reason we have
You
this.
said you had 45, right?
Yeah. So
Then you
5,
can move
10,
one more.
15,
One more.
25,
Let me
30,
check.
And you're right in there.
45.
You got 9 inches.
Yeah, diagonally he's got it, no problem.
Yeah.
I'm at 40 feet.
Straight, yeah, but straight line even if 8.
Look, you got 9
got it.
inches for 45. You can move. You can almost move to the
48.
other side of the cleric with 9 inches. You can move to the other
Yeah, he's
side of
got
the cleric.
8.
Yeah, you're good, man.
8 all day, no
Get
problem.
up
Yeah,
in
we
there.
should always use diagonals.
Yeah.
Use
Straight
the
lines-
tape measurer.
Straight lines better.
Don't use the grid. The grid holds you back.
Yeah. Don't let the grid hold you back.
So roll an
Yeah.
opportunity attack for this guy right here, please.
Grid hold you back.
Yeah. If I want to. Do I want to? Yeah, I want to. Opportunity attack.
Maybe he doesn't see me, or he doesn't know that I'm
Well,
a
he
guy.
definitely.
I run over. I'm like, "Don't worry, I'm coming over to you, master."
He definitely doesn't hit you. He just comes over and this guy sees you coming and he's like, now I've got you. And he like pulls a dagger and backhand swings to take you out. But as he swings around, you're not even there. And he's like, ah! And the momentum carries him around. He loses his
Beautiful.
footing almost and stumbles in place as you've already moved past faster than he thought you could possibly be.
All right, I'm gonna do an arm bar or a flying elbow. So,
You're an arm strike?
yep. I don't have my spear on me.
What happened to your spear?
I got it.
I dropped
still.
it when I
Oh,
disappeared.
It's on my back.
Nice.
oh!
Yeah, but you're gonna roll another one.
Yeah, disadvantage though.
I know,
Yeah,
you're
let's
gonna
roll
roll
it.
another one.
Oh.
There it is.
have it.
Come on, you can do it.
Well, you got half that.
Yeah, it's not 0.
17.
17 on the cleric
Yeah.
is a hit. How does he die?
Whoa, what?
Oh.
With a minimum 5 damage.
Yeah.
Okay.
Balthazar brought him down to 1.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah, I bring that
Kill
flame
stealer.
elbow in, just like
Just totally just
Charging
shove his
in,
nose.
rushing the elbow. You go airborne
not
as
lethal, like always.
the other guy swings his dagger around. You're just in the air. It's like, you torpedo into him. The two of you are off the ground for what feels like an impossible amount of time until finally you crash down to the ground. And he's left there, ribs broken, and he's like,
Drop concentration.
yeah, because he's knocked unconscious.
Can you
Big
pass
bad
out?
Nakma's free.
Mm-hmm.
Kill the Genesis.
Go to
I
sleep.
should go chop this
Knock.
fucking head off.
okay. I think I got advantage of this guy, right?
Flanky.
Oh yeah.
Flanky dinky.
No, 14 still hits.
Count it.
Beauty. Up.
It's a total of 6 damage.
6 damage.
On the dude I hit with, was it like 26 fire damage?
Oh,
on him?
jeez.
Oh.
Still alive.
Punch into his
Martial arts.
soft.
So I immediately blend into Fury of Blows.
Yeah. Go Drake.
Does a 12 hit?
A 12 is a miss.
Yeah, I think so.
That's gotta be a
14.
hit.
Oh!
Oh,
good
sakes.
Yeah.
10?
10, what? 10 damage?
Yeah, total.
Same guy?
Yep.
The green dude.
Still alive.
I like hit him, and I'm like, ugh, ugh, what is this guy made of?
He he kind of like grins and he pulls his thing aside and it's a board from that fucking warehouse.
What a jerk.
Take it. There I go.
He pulled a Clint Eastwood.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, that's perfect.
Yeah.
Bored.
All right, I'm out of movement, right? So, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I
I
think so.
used it all
It's
up.
pretty close.
Yep. So, I've used up all my actions. I'm done, sir.
Octomasades
Yes.
and his companions, one by one, with a great sword in hand. He takes a sword, another person strikes at him. He counters it, twirls around, and brings it up, and stabs it right through the guy. As he's falling down, he pulls a sidearm, throws it at another guy. He manages to block it only in time for Octomasades to reach down, grabbing his own sidearm into his gut. He falls. The two others to the side of him begin cutting away, and with the last person, he unleashes his Dragonborn breath attack and exhales a wave of fire over the person there, engulfing them in flame,
Kilting you.
killing 3 of them.
So this one's still up.
No, there's 3.
He
This
took
guy's
them.
already down.
Yeah, those
Yeah.
guys took them out,
Oh.
and that is when
Oh boy. Pissed off dragons decide to show their tail.
Oh goodness.
the Dragonborn Kazuls take
At
their
best.
true form.
Lordy Lord.
Exalted ones.
The red Dragonborn yells out, "Enough!" Octomasades drops his weapon and takes a knee right where he is. The two Dragonborn, the two soldiers next to him do likewise. He takes a couple of steps across the battlefield in this direction and stands just to here. And as he does so, he looks down, and Mooney, you meet his gaze. You look right at him, and he says, "You will all burn." And he takes a deep breath, and that is
Hey, wait! I'm not on his side. That was a joke.
18 inches for a cone fire breath attack.
He's killing all of us.
And as he does that, you see the gold dragon conjure up magic across his scales. He scintillates an aura quickly, and teleports the four of you with a spell.
Oh,
Unless
God.
if you want to make a saving
love that
throw.
guy.
I mean, you don't have to be teleported if you want to resist it.
That's
Love
not,
that guy.
No, you see like movie like no.
A wave of fire just washes over everything, incinerating all of these guys in its path. As it does so, I mean, you're taken back by the heat. It's from here, it's excruciatingly hot. You cover your eyes and shield yourselves from it. And as the fire dissipates, you look over and you see that only ash and bits of metal and coin remain. The dragon...
Shadows burnt on the wall.
Yeah. The red dragon, the ancient red dragon standing there at the top of this volcano looks down and gives a... He looks over, looks at all of you. They say the dragons are capricious and greedy. Do you know where we get our hoard from? It's all that's left from those who trespass.
I was gonna say fools.
This will go to my collection. The gold dragon kind of like sits there, yeah. And you stand in the presence of two ancient dragons, a red and a gold.
So I take it we're innocent.
The gold dragon.
Ugh.
All things considered, we have weighed your position and found that in the circumstances, your actions are justified. And you fought well. Traitors to the great hierarch of Kel'moira are sentenced to death. You, as well as Artemisades and your elf, you are free to go.
And her.
Yes, I said elf.
Right?
her with me.
That's right.
Put your armor on.
Is there any random slave nearby so we can accidentally free here?
It's a male human.
Exactly.
He's like,
Some guy just like standing around that's like
It's
was
one
hiding
of the
from
dead
everything.
dragonborn that
Yeah.
Artemisades cut down. Is like you got it by the hand. It's like and her. It's just like X's for eyes. It's
Already
like,
dead.
So I walk up to the female
This
elf,
is no good.
kind of sensing that things are kind of chill now, and I'm like, Strider,
yes.
what do you mean, yes? Hey, what? Oh, Jesus, how'd you get back there so fast, Mooney?
Just bring
Yeah, right.
just bring up the thing about like the other gold dragon, the one that was with us. Like they don't deserve to be executed too, right?
What other gold dragon?
The one that wasn't part of the ritual. We need to talk to them.
Yeah, no, we do. The Dragonborn and the...
Won the amnesia.
yeah,
Yes.
I have her name written down somewhere, but yeah.
Tylora.
Laura.
Kel'moira. What is the name of the gold? My liege. You have in your custody a Dragonborn by the name of Tylora. She is a victim of this Genesis plot.
Rest assured that Tylora bears no memory of the night that you had spent with her.
That's probably a good thing.
She has been unable to vouch for any of the actions of your elven friend. Although the plot that you uncovered shows that Genesis for some time has been manipulating events here in Kel'moira by the use of this saltpeter. In truth, we do ask for the divines to weigh judgment from time to time. Chicken.
It's not just the Dragonborn that have been affected by the Genesis.
Everything's
They
just
have
gone back to normal.
spread across
Yeah.
the land.
Yeah.
The whole, I think I picked the wrong audio.
It's all
thing.
good. It's just like the regular people have seen this so many
Like,
times.
the execution's over, whatever.
They do this every time.
Yeah.
Choking
It's-
chickens.
they make it seem like it's a big deal, but they always turn into a dragon.
Yeah.
Chicken show up.
Dragonborn? More like Drama-born, am I right?
Yeah.
There we go.
Oh.
That's the right one.
While they're talking, I walk around, I crack a bottle of wine, and I'm just pouring drinks to Artemisades and my companions.
Yeah. Take it.
That was you in the warehouse.
What?
You should see the blast crater from that. How did you survive?
Artemisades?
Yeah.
How did you survive that?
Oh, it was not me, actually. I would have been much more careful.
Tell me who it is.
We shall talk about this another
I
time.
must know.
Taz
now.
kinda looks up.
First thing you say is like,
He takes the drink. He's like, in order for our partnership to continue, I insist. I need a name.
Okay, another time.
No. Now.
A beetle creature, I don't know what his name was. Doesn't matter. It was an accident.
A beetle creature?
I take full responsibility for the actions of Zach.
It was you. You're the one. Yes,
was
you're. He walks up to you like his knuckles. He's a dragonborn, so he's colored scaled everywhere.
Yeah.
But his knuckles must be white for the tension on his weapon. As he walks up, it's like, I cannot believe what you did. Do you have any idea how rich I'm going to be? And he gives you a big hug. He's like, oh.
It was my idea! Ah, damn it. He talked me out of it.
That is true. I can't take all the credit.
I shall have a monopoly on alchemical goods here for some time.
That's what I said.
That's beautiful.
It's
As
true.
I strike the chains.
He did say that.
Yeah.
The elf falls to the ground.
Give her a hand up.
You came back for me.
That's what we do in Mintios. We come back for our friends.
Drinks.
Yes.
As I reach.
Oh my. Oh.
Yes, I will open another bottle. Then you can go ahead and finish that one. I
slow
was a
down
very
there.
special.
You're
Oh.
So tiny, that's gonna hurt later.
Okay.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah. That was a special vintage, and
Yes, and it's very good for human wine.
Strider, what has happened here to you? To your form?
Sorry, ignore
nothing
the
in it.
black eye and the beatings. It was
No.
torture. It was torture. That's what happened to me. I
It's not
know.
that.
My grace and my guile and beauty has been besmirched by
It's not that.
their calloused hands.
It's that.
What?
Not that. Look at yourself.
you've never seen him
Well,
without
it's-
his armor on.
No, it's fine. This happens from time to time.
From time to time.
Yeah, it's. Oh,
She
yeah,
disguises
humans.
herself as a man.
No. What? No. No. Do you not know about the blessing of the elven people?
No.
Our God was, our creator, was a primordial once, and he was very fluid in its.
I was gonna say its pronouns.
They were very fluid in their form.
Indeed. Our great divine would change form constantly. The wood elves are blessed by this. We change with our environment. And from time to time, our gender changes as well. But
Interesting.
I am still Strider. I am
Of course.
still
I-
really needing that wine. Where did that go? Mooney?
Drank
Is
it
that
all.
you,
Drink it
Mooney?
all.
The second bottle? Mooney,
Yeah.
my
Yeah,
Mooney,
you
you
drank
put on some weight. Look at you.
I wasn't gonna say anything.
You look like a proper dragonborn now. How unusual. It's not good for you.
Proper records board don't have this, and then all of a sudden the tail flips up, and it does like the little wave.
Yes, yes. Am I free to go?
Yes, are we all free to go?
Shopper.
I'm gonna say yeah.
I must admit I do not feel well.
Is there a reward for this?
Like, at all.
I'm hungry.
Our
A
lives are not
reward?
enough.
Indeed.
Something
I
wrong.
shall present to you an honor that is very, very rare to be bestowed upon those. I give you full citizenship of Kel'moira. You are as equal as any dragonborn within these city walls.
Thank you.
I take a knee and bow, very graciously, under my breath, not to the Dragonborn, but you see, Celeste, I make my mark on this world, even now. I'm coming for you.
The gold dragon kind of rears up a little bit on his hind haunches and makes himself try to look stately and regal in his dragon form and says, The Kazols, Iragagax, and Iraduraman have spoken. Let all know that these 4 heroes are citizens of Kel'moira. No,
Never mind.
human.
I wasn't saying that out loud. I don't want to interrupt.
Rest now, champions. You have earned it.
Taz he doesn't get back up. And it's like about 30, 45 seconds.
Is
before
there
you guys
something you'll
realize
give us in
he's
case
asleep.
others question it?
Oh,
Yeah, Taz is just.
Look at me.
He didn't get
There's
back
only
up.
one.
You just
The
okay?
great,
yeah, I
great
pick,
king
I
of
pick
the
up
south,
Taz.
Mintheos.
I'll let him sleep.
Octomasades. Give them their reward. He comes up to you and he fishes into a pouch and he pulls out
It's the bird.
Hold on, I had it right here. Let me just
Dragons start cracking up.
Oh, it works every time!
He gave us
That's
the
why we keep you
dragon.
around, Octomasades.
Yeah, they call it the dragon, not the bird.
Octomasades pulls out a pin of sort, like a brooch, but it pins into your tunic or whatever you are wearing, your cloak. This marks you as you're a citizen, is what it is. They're only bestowed to those who are traveling royalty upon our city. You have as much right to anything as any dragonborn in this whole land. It is an honor to give it to you. Cyrano, my friend, I'll be in touch. We have much to discuss. As it turns out, I have a feeling new business opportunities are about to arise for the both of us.
sounds fantastic.
Balthazar, Taz, as you call yourself,
Yeah.
get some rest. By Drakesis, you look like hell.
I'm looking right past him.
You all look like hell.
Minotaur. Lizard. Man. Lizard folk.
Yeah, you can tell.
Well, that tail. The illusion didn't make it look like a dragonborn tail.
No.
You got kind of an, I had a pet iguana as a child. It's kind of an iguana look to it. Like, you didn't even get the color on it.
No, it stayed purple. It's kind of weird. It's almost as if, like I said, dragon, and then it just said no.
No one tail.
And, Elf. Yeah, good seeing you.
You're right.
Strider on the ground, like manacles still on her wrists. It's like, how about more of that wine?
Indeed. Let's go back to the house.
Time for a rest.
Yes.
Those look good on you.
Yeah. Really? You think so?
I throw an arm around Strider's shoulder.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
Start
You almost
stumbling my way back across.
Yeah.
And you make your way back to
You look around,
your
there's like 6 people
home.
everywhere.
You take a few days of rest. You have a few days.
Yeah.
As much time as you want, really. It's after a little bit of time. It's only like 2 days when a courier comes by, and there is a letter for you, Cyrano, and it's like a package for you, sir. Here to deliver to you from Lord Octomasades.
Knocked him out.
Not no general.
Who?
Lord Octomasades.
Come in, have some wine.
Very kind of you, sir, but I am on duty.
INCs, come on.
Oh,
And we share a drink and
All
ice
right,
and everything.
the letter basically says to you, it's like he hands you a large bag.
Oh,
And it says, Cyrano, I hope this finds you well. Everything in this bag is of extreme rarity and importance. I wish for you to deliver it for me on your way to your next destination. I assume that your companions and newfound allies will be wanting to travel soon as well. We have gone through the shipping manifests. They are to go to Dragon's Landing. There we have a ship prepared and chartered for you. It is making its way towards the Principality of Page. We believe that this is where Genesis was shipping most of the alchemical goods smuggled out of the city. Hopefully,
Say who the delivery's to?
hopefully, if you make it there, you will pick up the lead and trail and continue your hunt. Bring justice to those bastards. As for this package that I have for you, you are to take that to, and he has a name. Oh, crap, too many notes. It has a name and a location for you. And you look it over, and I'm going to quickly flip through this because I was slightly unprepared for this part.
Sure.
Yeah. Where is it? Okay, back a little bit. Not there. Oh, wait. Oh, no. Sorry. Aristocracy of Page, not the Principality. I forgot that it has a different name these days. Okay. You are to deliver it to... Vistaki, a small town. He lets you know that you are to travel to Vistaki and you are to look for Viceroy Oland the Stark.
Viceroy.
He says that all of the contents of the bag are to make it. Every last ounce will be accounted for. Upon your delivery, the bag is yours to keep. You look at the embroidery and you realize that you have a bag of holding.
Okay, but just the stuff on the inside.
The stuff on the inside is for delivery. You look on the inside and you start taking account.
Well, yeah, so not in public, but
Right.
later.
Way
later.
It says in the
When
letter.
my mind stinks about it, I will, in private, dump everything out and make it detailed.
It says in the letter exactly what's in there. Roughly 250 pounds of very rare alchemical ingredients that must be worth a fortune.
Okay.
He also
Griffin blood and
Orphan hearts.
dragons,
orphan hearts, yeah.
thorn, and yeah, okay.
Very
Everything.
very rare
Sure.
orphan hearts.
Got it. Yeah.
The distilled
Okay,
intelligence.
it's
of
250
an
pounds worth of reagents, and I'll have to look at what the
Very
total
rare.
that I can hold for a bag. But okay, great.
500 pounds for a bag of holding.
Okay,
So you got 250 pounds left.
Genie tears.
perfect.
Genies never cry.
At some point on the first day after we wake up,
Armpit hairs.
Taz wants to go back to the bathhouse that we originally met the general at and pretty much just chill there for like 6 hours.
Yeah.
Just
As a citizen,
relaxing.
you are allowed to rest. They give you one of the best places in there, seeing as how you've kind of become a champion of the city. You sit in not one of the general's baths, but indeed you sit in like a noble bath. It's large. The tile is made out of lapis lazuli. The water is scaldingly hot, but just tolerable enough after you acclimate to it. And you just soak. Every now and then you hear like a bubble rise up from the bloop, as volcanic gases come up through the floor and heat the water further.
Jules,
Nice.
I'm fine. I'm fine. Yeah, I just rest.
Yes!
God, you choose now. I'm taking a bath. What do you want?
What's there?
I am weak. Your refusal has cost us both dearly.
I seem to be doing fine, better every minute, actually.
And when I fail, where will you pull your strength from then?
That gives me a little pause.
Balthazar, I must give you the details since you have put me in such a frustrating place. You and I are not native to this world. My power here wanes. When we came here, we have a time limit. Others that the Golden Dawn worshipped, they are here already.
The Golden Dawn followed us here.
They are our predecessors. They have already reformed. If you have learned anything from your fellows, it is that my power comes through worship. When you died and refused to take my blessing. It was a near fatal blow for the two of us. I can no longer manifest. I can no longer send Zaxthwits back to you. I can barely sustain your power as it is. And if you do not find me worshippers, then I shall be banished from this realm, and with me goes your power, and ends our pact. You must find the others of the Golden Dawn. I've learned now that they call themselves the Resplendent Order of the Orient Dawn.
Shit.
A mouthful. Foolish creatures, really. Why would they pick such a long name to draw out? It sounds stupid.
Why?
Very mundane.
Your companions have fortuitously for us already unwittingly destroyed the idol of Nerguli, one of my adversaries. With that idol's destruction, I was able to sustain enough power to keep you going. But there are others, Balthazar. I cannot continue on if you do not dethrone more of these usurpers. Find these idols. Find me worshippers. Build an idol. Build me a shrine in their place. And I promise you, more of the power that you crave. And you actually lose a level.
Oh shit.
But since everybody else is level 6, that means you stay at 5.
Okay.
We leveled up.
Everybody else leveled up.
Yay, but not me.
Not you.
Okay. Interesting.
Awesome.
You're going to need to find another familiar. I cannot tether myself to this world much longer.
Damn it. I slapped the water.
One of the chambermaids, Seraph, who is restocking the house, is like, "Hey! Watch it."
My apologies, my lady. I seem to have been overcome with a fit of emotional grief. You see, I lost someone close to me recently.
I just imagine you like standing up and just like this.
No need to splash.
Would you like to hear about it?
No, not really at all.
Are you sure?
No, please, my lord, please. Allow me to do my job.
Of course.
She stocks towels and she leaves.
Absolutely.
Damn crazy man talking to himself in the bath.
I take one of the towels, I get dressed, and I walk back to Cyrano's.
Nakmo,
Yes.
you got downtime. What are you doing?
I would like. Well, I'm gonna do some training. Obviously, practice some new maneuvers. I'd like, if we have enough money, to buy a +1 axe if possible. If I can.
Is it okay, Chris?
Hey, you know what? That reminds me, actually. Real quick, back to Cyrano.
Cyrano's got money.
Cyrano.
Are you asking for something?
Well, one of the things is, Cyrano, is that actually you have also been given a gift by Octomasades. And it is a new shield. The shield given to you
Delicious.
is called the he actually has a gift for all of you. Sorry. The shield for Octomasades that came to you is called, my god, I need to make these words bigger and bolder with the table of contents so I can find them a whole lot faster.
Then I can go see him.
Is it ever?
He's got swimming speed now.
No. Here we go. The shield. It's
I
called the
have
Shield of the
swimming speed,
Righteous.
Oh,
It is a +1 shield. Shield of the Righteous. Every time an attack against you misses, the shield receives a charge and glows with a pale radiant light. It can receive a number of charges equal to its rarity, 1, 2, or 3. When you make an attack, you can spend any number of these charges to deal an equal amount of D4 rolls of radiant damage to the attack.
nice.
dude.
And it's +1.
Yep, you have a
Fantastic.
+1. Any attack that misses you charges it, and you can spend that charge
Wow.
on
Sweet.
Okay.
any
And what
spell
rarity was
attacks,
it?
spell attacks and melee attacks. What?
What rarity did you say it was?
This is an uncommon shield, +1.
And you said up to that many.
So it can hold 1 charge.
One charge. Okay, that's cool.
Very cool.
As for Nakma, they actually have something for you.
Super axe.
They brought in a weapon that you kind of recognize from Fjorta. That weapon is, if I can find it.
Oh my god, did it belong to that guy? The hero?
Yes.
Oh.
You're like, oh, was this good or bad?
Yeah, like I see, it's still got his blood all over it.
And a little bit of boysenberry.
Oh
Pie.
The pie comes
Yeah.
back.
Yep.
Some pie?
It's stained with
It
that
smells like
damn
boysenberries right on the handle.
It's a boysenberry scratch and sniff handle.
+1. It's a +1 two-handed axe called the Axe of Sundering. These enchanted axes cut into metal with ease. When you hit with an attack against a creature who is benefiting from non-magical metal armor, you sunder their defenses. This lasts until the end of your next turn, or until you use this weapon to attack a new target. While sundered, While sundered, I have a hole punch right through a word. That sucks. While sundered, all melee attacks against the target may add a 1d4 to their attack roll. It's basically giving your allies, almost in a way, bless if they attack the target that you attacked last.
Kind of like having Spirit Guardians on it. Not Spirit Guardians, but Ancestral Guardian.
Sorta, so. Basically, if Nakma hits a target, it will, and he has non-magical metal armor. Any attack that any of you guys do against that target, any melee attack, melee attacks against the target, you get to add a 1d4 to your attack roll.
Does that mean like metallic dragons then?
No, because they don't benefit from metal armor.
But it's metal scale.
They have natural armor.
Unless they have a giant
Thank
metal
you.
armor.
This is a great axe. I'll use it well on them Genesis fools.
Oh, crap. Okay, so the next one is...
Get out of bone.
Yeah, it's I'm picturing like almost halberd size, right? But it's a big, like fucking.
Mooney, you were given a special spear from the elves of Moonshadow. Because they know how much you love elves. Honestly, it was Octomasati's idea, and he thought it would be hilarious. You have the Moon Silver Spear. Crafted of pure mithril and set with moonstones, this blessed +1 weapon is able to pierce the veil between worlds and harm creatures on the ethereal plane, or creatures who are able to go incorporeal. When such a creature is hit with this spear, they burst into harmless white flames that root them into the material world.
Wow.
I guess you don't want this no more.
It stops, essentially, it stops creatures from going into the ethereal plane, and even if they are there, you can hit them.
Does the hag that like that's after me know that I have this now? This is my hag.
Oh
I
boy.
don't know, we'll find out.
My hag
shows her
turret
face.
spray. I've got my shark spray.
She
Shark
shows
repellent.
that monologues and then disappears.
Yeah, right.
And
While you're looking at that, unless you're ready.
No, go ahead.
Over the course of the next couple of days, on most of my downtime, you see Cyrano focused on his work. He's got this metallic, looks like a cabbage, and he keeps saying, "Mon petit chien, come on, come on!" And he's fiddling, and then sparks would fly out. Damn it, shit! Come on, mon petit chien, come on! And he just, all I need is some gem, a diamond. I think we'll do it. I tried different gems, and they just kind of burst and explode, and I'm just shit. God.
Will this help?
What is this?
It's what you call a diamond.
Yes, it could be sufficient.
Doesn't everybody call it diamonds?
This could be it.
No one's like, oh hey, look, it's quartz.
Yeah.
This could be it.
It is.
I slide the diamond into position, and you see the entire thing start to glow. Yes, she comes alive. This is what she needed the whole time.
Glad I could help.
Oh, I take steps back, and legs sprout, and it turns, and all of a sudden eyelids open, and they look like human eyes almost, but it's all metallic on the inside.
Nice.
Little arms go, and come out, and it stands up, looks at me, and just stares. I did. You have no idea how long I've been trying to make. Oh, I go and I give you a big hug.
Taz starts like coming down the stairs, eating a bowl of food.
All of a sudden, it crawls up
I'll
behind
take the
me
hug.
and,
Yakma
and
hasn't had a hug in a
stands
while.
up on my shoulder. This is my shoe, my petit shoe. Oh, this is my new little friend.
You ever see like the?
kinda neat.
Is it kind of like the Dwemer, like robots in Skyrim?
It's not spider legs. It's more of like bipedal. If you guys played the new Star Wars game, the little bot, it's like a little mini walker.
Oh, cool. Yeah,
Yeah, but it's got a big round kind of head.
yeah. Cool.
Yes, that's my homunculus servant.
Right. Yeah, I like come down the stairs eating some food. I'm like, no. I should go right back upstairs.
But she can assist in all sorts of amazing things. She
Did
can
Taz get his
help
special?
me. You know, kind of.
I don't.
Like what?
That was great. I like your little creature. He's
She
cool.
can go in and explore areas we have not been. She can assist when I'm making potions.
Is
She
it as
can.
reckless as that other
She
thing?
can deliver a shock
Taz
to
is like,
enemies. She can
I
do
wanna
all
see
sorts of
this.
things.
Give me your best shot.
Well, at the moment, she can only do, how I could say, painful acid splashing. But
Wait, that's not.
yeah, but that's the idea. She will deliver spells of touch
Great.
and other things.
How about this? And I start shifting my feet against the floor as hard as I can, against the carpet. And I try to get going, and I get up to him.
Trying to shock him.
You wish to shock her?
I don't have hair.
To who? Octomasati's? What?
Yeah, to
No,
the,
no,
to
he's
the little robot.
Oh, the robot.
I don't know what you're trying to do. This is static shock.
This usually works with humans.
It springs
Humans.
right as soon as you touch it. You see wings go, and it flies up into the air. Ahaha! She defends herself. No.
Okay, Balthazar.
Beautiful.
You have been given, as a gift from Octomasati's, you have been given an item called the Armillary Sphere. Looking at it, you actually see that you don't understand how this works, but it's a small ball that looks like the sun. It represents the sun. And then you see that there are several different planets, and one of the planets also has a ring and a spot for 2 moons, and these orbs all orbit around the sun. But when you set it down, it never touches a surface, and when you pick it up, you like scoop underneath it, and it always floats above. You can never touch it. It's always in some sort of aura of force, so it floats above your hand. And the Armillary Sphere is a model of the system of Amarth and has several spinning rings orbiting a crystalline gem in the likeness of the world. It floats inches above whatever solid surface is below it and can be used as an arcane focus. While holding this sphere, you gain a bonus to spell saving throw, or you gain a bonus to saving throw DCs.
Whoa.
Additionally, once a day you may use it to study the flows of magic. Doing so allows you to re-roll 1s and 2s on a single spell you cast. You must use the new results. Once you use this feature, it cannot be used again until dawn of the next day.
Dunamancy?
So what does it increase the spell save DC by?
+1.
+1. Okay. Alright,
So
that's what I
you're-
thought. Is that in the book or is that something you made up?
Something I made.
Okay, I'm gonna have to add that.
Yeah, they're all homebrew items. They're in here if you want them.
Okay.
Okay.
Good luck finding them because I forget who had what. But yeah, so your spell DCs increase by +1, and once a day you can re-roll 1s and 2s on a spell for damage.
Cool.
Or, I think damage, yeah. There you go.
It requires attunement.
Yes.
Okay. Cool.
Okay.
Yeah. So at some point I spend an hour tuning to that thing. Of course.
Go ahead and figure out what you're going to do while you're still in the city. I'm going to go to the bathroom real quick.
Replenish what supplies we have. And
I got a thing I want to do. But, while I'm with you guys, do you need my help with anything?
Is it more supplies that you guys are needing? We have all these plundered supplies. I can make potions and we can sell them in the city.
Can I borrow?
So
Yeah.
potentially, if I have a few days, I can make lots of pretty amazing potions, and Optimus Addis will just buy them.
Can I borrow 200 gold?
Oh yeah, no problem. No, I mean talking about actual supplies. Do you need something to make you better in combat in some way?
I'm looking for. And I looked down at my burned up like pirate shirt I was wearing earlier. I need my clothes that stick around a lot longer. You know, just clothes, right? I was thinking like, is there any kind of like fabric that's like memory fabric? You know, it just goes back to the old shape that I used to have, or some kind of like scales, you know, that go down that can be replaced really simply with like chromatics or something.
Like some clothes that have a enchantment.
Just something easy I could, not even enchantment, just something easy to repair all the time that still looks good, like fashionable. I used to have a really great jacket, right? It was great, but
I need some new clothes too, Mooney. Maybe we can go shopping together.
well, that's what I really want here. While we're here, because it's all kind of like tailored to my style, you know.
Well, I think if you're gonna find clothes anywhere that would be tailored to your style, you'd be in a city full of Dragonborn.
Right?
Sure, you need some money. Yes, you guys all have an equal share of the reagents that
Well,
we...
Oh yeah. I forgot. We went out of our way and sold all that. Well, you did.
No, I
can't.
have to make the potions.
Cyrano,
Give it some days, of course.
a question for you.
I can help you until we can get clothes.
Yeah.
That little thing you made. Are you connected to it deeply?
Well, it's the science.
Science.
Part of me is perhaps imprinted in the diamond, and with enough programming and chemicals, I was able to bring it to life. Yes.
Do you speak to it with your mind or with your voice?
I think it's. I honestly, I'm brand new. I just
New
created
toy.
it. I don't know.
My old toy, Zach. I spoke into its mind. But I don't think I'll be able to do that for some time in the near future. Just trying to understand the nature
What
of
are
your
those
bond.
cows doing in my house?
Perhaps.
Get out of here!
Get out of here, you cow!
Why do I have to leave? It's just rude.
Nakma like turns off the sweet sounds of Mintheos.
I was just gonna say. Right?
These are your docile Mythios tones from KOW Cow.
Hating on the bovine around here.
The cow. Bringing you those sweet belly beats.
Check out my new axe. It's really light.
And I just noticed that your abilities have progressed. You've learned something new, and looks like you as well, Mooney. There's something about you that just seems more dangerous. As if you were able to fight off foes that were magically enhanced. Don't know how I know this. I just somehow do.
Yeah, you know. Yeah, I got magic hands now.
What? Magic hands.
I didn't watch this. I try to build up ki in my fist, and then I'll punch something with that ki fist.
Yeah. Hold up a board for you.
You kinda
Your
see,
hand
like,
breaks because it was part of that warehouse.
You know what? You know
Stupid
what?
house.
Like I was hoping I could make my clothes out of the warehouse. Like I was.
Some 100 hit points.
It was made out of the warehouse, but you shattered the board.
Yeah.
And you, Nakma, you seem stronger to me somehow too. Changed even. More
I
fearsome.
feel oddly different.
Oddly
somehow.
different. Doesn't sound very different from how you normally feel.
I have this feeling inside me is different. I don't know yet what it is.
I don't feel different. I don't feel changed at all. In fact, I feel more tired.
I feel like I can breathe better. More clear.
Perhaps we'll have some time to explore that, because I'm afraid that I'm going to be needing your all's help.
The Jarl? He's not here.
No. Your all. You all. I will be needing the help of you all.
Are you saying y'all?
Y'all.
Y'all? What's that mean?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm suddenly from the Midwest, Mooney. I need to stop telling you tales of the United States.
Some guy named Memphis?
Slim Jim.
Yeah. I spoke with Soleos while I was in the bathhouse by myself for a while, and it's not good. In
Like-
fact, my bond here in this place may be weakening unless I do something to stop it.
Wait, so I learned a new technique, and you immediately are turning to dust? Your passport to our land is leaving?
Revoked, no longer allowed here. If I can't solve this problem,
They can't just kick you out.
who can't?
They?
Maybe it's time that you all learned how I came here.
Sure.
Explain
Tell me the story. How does it go again, Taz?
Well, you see, I come from a adopted family. My parents left for a war.
Squeaky rocking chair.
They followed each other. 1 year after my father went off to war, my mother followed him, disguised herself as a man, ran off to join him, left me in the care of some friends of theirs, who turned out to be associated with these Orders of the Dawn. The mouthful.
Oh, wait. The Glorious Dawn? The guys we ran into that were jerks.
That's right. Much like Genesis, they use the power of others to fuel their spells. And in this case, because where I come from, there is no magic like here in Amarth, they use the power of devils to bind them to their will and cast their spells.
Pacts. Like making a deal with another entity from another world.
That's right. Exactly like that. Well,
So they did to you like Genesis did to that boy.
they forced a pact upon me. They used the power of a devil to send me to safety.
Now I feel really rotten for killing his parents.
But
That had to cut deep.
Yeah, hey, Cyrano, we didn't give you a lot of our past so far.
It was an accident.
We could start from the start, right? But continue telling me how this works.
well, I don't exactly know how it works. I awoke in the middle of the night, my adopted mother stuffing a satchel in my hands, rushing me downstairs into a circle of people chanting, binding Soleos to their will, trying to send me to a place of safety. And when I awoke, well, you know the rest, Mooney. You're the one who found me.
Yeah. Yeah, we traveled from my first monastery, right? And we basically came up to, my God, it took us 2 years to get there. You know, the way we travel now, it seems shitty, but it took us 2 years to get to Dragonsport, and once we got there, the incident happened. You know, with your family, you know?
Yep.
Yeah, you know, we also heard about, like, that other part.
Which part?
It might be time to tell me the full truth, Nakma. My time here may be short. Anything you know could help.
Soleos was talking to me also. But I shunned him off.
Seeking you for what?
I don't know.
What could he want with a
Last
boy?
time he spoke to me was back in Dragonsport, I believe. Or Bjorta.
In the cave of the hag.
In the room in the motel. In the inn.
Wait,
After you left the room.
you talking about in Dragonsport?
Yes.
So Soleos is suggesting that you somehow caused your parents'
He-
death?
That's what he... Yes. He did it.
He is no murderer. It does not make sense for him to be a killer.
parents.
No, I'm not saying that you are. I'm just... It makes no sense to me.
We just have another.
His voice is what caused the fire by startling me.
And what was the voice saying, Nakma?
I don't remember. It all happened so fast. My name, for one. I do remember that.
Perhaps this divine creature
There was no
knew
way
that you needed allies.
that I
You
could.
created a situation where this big friend here would be your friend.
There was no way I could ever say any of that in
Well,
front of Ember. For some reason, I couldn't confess that.
what does the statue of Nergul mean to you?
That thing we killed? Like the guy, right? The guy who worshipped that. Yeah. Hey, also, we used to have another friend of ours. He was a turtle person, right? And you know, he was always right.
Do you... Did you all find an altar that you destroyed?
That day, you were with us, remember?
No, I was not with you, Mooney. I was
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
the Shadowlands.
We
That haunted house.
we destroyed one. Yeah, but you were with us, and I'm talking about Nakma. You were with us, and did Saleos talk to you back then when you destroyed the statue for him?
Did you find anything?
He did.
Yeah, we found the
Can't remember
statue.
what he said.
Any artifacts?
Yeah. So we were in a village that was being attacked by plague, right? And the statue that was in the town was called the statue Naguli, right?
Yes. Naguli.
We found this out
Naguli.
from, I think it was Nakma, right? Like Nakma was the one who came up with it because he had that sweet religion roll.
Yes.
So your people have been around for some time, Nakma.
The Minotaur have been around as long as the Orc and the Elf. And the Turtle.
Did you recover any artifacts that day?
I tried to handle it.
Was there anything at the altar?
Oh yeah. Yeah, when he touched the statue.
And it makes me feel like we did in the cave.
it made you feel sick, right?
Very sick.
Yeah, extremely sick. To the point of like almost death.
I did forget to resolve this little thing.
Poison?
So the hours after your encounter with the fungus,
Hey, you guys look like you're dying and they're trying to save us.
like maybe I shouldn't interrupt right now and I should let you continue. Let me just say that was resolved.
You guys all died.
Somebody took care of it.
You're ghost.
Thanks, DM.
They got a different cleric.
Totally Patrick Swayze.
Sorry. Dropped the ball, my bad. Continue on.
But there was no way to lift it from the mantle it was on.
It's not so much the altar that I'm asking about. I'm wondering if there were other artifacts there related to Saleos, but regardless.
No, I've
I
never
don't think
never
so.
seen Saleos. I don't know what he looks like.
This statue of
Nor I.
Nerguli was one idol that has been placed in a position of binding, I suppose, trapping Saleos' power. He wants me to find him worshippers.
Yeah. That sounds like a right thing.
What is every god would?
Ember says
Saleos
it's
is
a devil
no god,
or a demon.
Not yet, perhaps.
Is
and
that
I
true?
am no cleric. Nor do I wish to be.
Other people besides clergy worship gods. He clearly wants more power, more worshippers. This business with causing his family to die makes me a little concerned. Like maybe I don't want to follow that guy, but you know, maybe
I'm
what
not
else does he
following
have
that
to the?
guy.
What does he bring to the table?
If Saleos is indeed responsible for the death of your family, then he should answer for that. But something tells me there may have been something more at work there.
We'll have to dig deeper. Maybe something will come in the future.
Perhaps.
More
Perhaps.
clues.
Where did Saleos? The last thing he gave me a location, didn't he? Our
Did I?
name, he said.
I should probably write that stuff down.
Yeah, I'll have to write that down.
I told you about the resplendent order of the Oriodon,
Yeah,
and that there are others
yeah.
who they have turned to.
Mm-hmm. And then I have to find another familiar.
Right.
You're unfamiliar with this familiar.
Anyways, My powers and reliability to help you all will be greatly diminished until I'm able to find a solution for this problem.
Can't you just, like, make a new familiar?
No. In fact, he told me that he would be unable to provide one for me, that I would have to find one for myself.
Can you just make it out of, like, meat?
Make it out of meat.
Like a little meat man?
Whatever, dude.
That's why I was talking to Cyrano, but I was able to... He kept talking
Yeah, like a
about
homunculus, but, like, out of meat.
diamonds and imprints
Wait,
and science and
You're
frustrating
gonna, you're gonna
things.
put a diamond inside a bunch of meat? That doesn't seem very useful.
My friend, you get all upset over nothing. What do you need more power for? You just have to go deliver this package. And
I'm not so much worried about not having more power.
Strider drunk on the couch with a bottle of, like, how many bottles of wine lying around. It's like, yeah, don't you just go buy one at the market? They got those pseudo dragons.
It's like half a beard.
Little pseudo dragons.
yes, I remember
so pretty
those.
and purple and cute.
They go rack, 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 rack.
You know them. You know what I'm talking about.
So how do they send messages long distances?
I don't know. Use sending stone.
All jokes aside,
You're so
about your-
smart.
Can't we just use your bird?
yeah,
Don't talk about my bird.
You see him, like, in the corner.
The bird turns to you.
I don't think my time here is very long if I can't solve this problem. It's not just about the power. Saleo said
So what,
my...
you can't just, like, kill people and steal their souls anymore and, like, keep feeding them that way?
I may still be able to do that, yes. I don't know, I haven't tried.
I mean, human sacrifices usually work, right? I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
Awkwardly.
I think he's only half kidding.
That's what I'm hearing.
Anyways, thank you all for listening to my backstory. I appreciate that.
Yeah, I'll listen to you anytime, buddy.
Maybe you have some more insight now into my motivations, but that idol was certainly one of many.
What? It sounds like perhaps
Got, like, names.
he only needs to destroy the idols as enemies, and we don't necessarily have to form a cult.
You know, it's really cruel that you guys would leave these shackles on me. It's like you blame me for the tags in your ear.
Oh, you were really drunk last night, and you insisted we put them on you.
That doesn't sound like me at all.
Yes, you were drinking.
You don't like them, huh?
So,
Look, I'm sorry that I had them put the tag in your ear.
Take them off.
And I'm sorry that they
They're not even locked.
put a bracelet on you.
Right.
yeah.
Nakma goes up, undoes him, and says, "You are free from your mind."
Breaker of chains.
Release you.
So big and so powerful.
I may not have my dignity, but at least I have my freedom.
Right. Rubber wrists make it feel better.
Hey, can you fire, like, a moonbeam really quick?
The moonbeam?
Yeah, summon your friend. The avatar version of him.
I can certainly do that.
Don't do that. That guy is such an asshole.
What's your problem with Caleb?
Even better.
You know what? Never mind.
Hey, wait.
You said something about pseudo dragons in the market. I'd like to follow up with that. Mooney, if you want me to blast something to summon Kalefel's illusion, I can. But
You're gonna go blast the pseudo dragon at the market?
Oh.
Why are you
No.
listening to Drunk Elf?
Go look for a pet.
Human.
alright,
That's the
I'm gonna
worst.
go look for a pet.
Yeah, I can go with it. No, I can wait here.
I'm gonna take some gold with me.
I want one of those chariots. That was fun.
Oh, yeah, that was a lot of fun.
It was great.
Remember that time that you all left me behind?
You fell out.
I did.
That's his fault.
It was very brave.
I can't drive it.
Like, after it happened, I just thought to myself, why didn't I just stay in the chariot? Right?
I tried to catch you.
I,
There was a bump in the road.
nobody's ever come back from me before.
Well, we did, Strider. And we
Over
always
here.
will. You
Tell me
remember
why.
that.
Just picturing all the people.
You remember that.
I didn't deserve it. I've left so many people behind.
Oh, I believe it.
Yeah, I believe that. I do believe that. It must be hard.
Well, with the release of those shackles, you shall feel your
Bearing those
humanity.
burdens of guilt. Sorry,
Thank
Natalie,
you.
of
Thanks for
course.
finishing it.
I turned in a friend once because she had a bounty on her head.
Ability.
You know, Strider,
It did, huh? How did that go?
They paid well.
Man, I bet she was super surprised.
Oh yeah. I'll never forget the look on her face.
yeah?
I'll get you for this. How dare you? You know I'm a druid. I'll just shape change out of here. These bars can't hold me.
It's like I can hear her still.
Right.
Haunted by the memories. I need more wine.
What you get?
I'll get you. And KO fell too.
Hope she gets him first.
You
Good luck
You
when
start
you're
drinking, the voices go
looking
away.
for a pet.
Yeah.
Right?
I mean, I recommend you get one that's already fixed.
That's probably a good idea. I'd hate to get a broken pet.
No, yeah, I mean, make sure you spade and neuter your dragon, pseudo dragon.
Right.
Elves. Am I right?
I told you to all
He's
this
got the
drunken
points. They are
elves.
horny devils.
They certainly are.
So, how's that for our night?
Yeah, good. We'll
Yeah,
do some
sure.
shopping offline.
Yeah, there you are.
Dun, dun, dun.
Level 6.
Is that shield requires attunement?
I believe so.
Okay. It's a bummer.
I don't know. Does
+1 shield doesn't.
No,
Well,
then no, it
for
doesn't.
Some of you.
Nope, it does not then, because you can't really use more than one shield anyways. So,
Okay.
I mean, you can have 2 shields in your hands, but you only benefit from +2
Right.
or +3 if it's magic. Yeah, yours does not require attunement. Yours does require attunement. Yours does not.
Is
What?
axe.
Spear doesn't?
I don't think so.
I mean, it like locks down a creature that's like from another.
Yeah, but you
dimension.
can't bend it. Like, the way the magic item design works is that it requires attunement if a creature can benefit it from more than one. You can't benefit from more than one +1 spear that has a property like that.
I
Like,
thought of it like
okay.
that.
yeah, that's what they recommend making a magic item have attunement for. If there's a magic item that's like, oh, +1 to your strength, and it's like, well, then I'm going to get like 5 of these.
Right.
Well, then it's probably going to require attunement.
Yeah, that makes
Right.
But
Well-
if you, yeah,
Well, what about like a no cloak of protection doesn't count either. Either does
nope,
a
because you
ring of
can't
protection.
really have more than one cloak of protection. Which, by the way, you pulled out a cloak in the cave that felt magical.
Oh.
It is a cloak of protection.
Alrighty.
Nice. And I identified the ring that I got from the stomach of that
You
thing.
did,
Yeah,
and
what was
that was a ring of
That's great.
stuff,
+1.
a ring of warmth.
2.
Which gives you resistance to cold damage,
Get outta here,
and
Taz.
you can survive in
It's his
very
cloak.
cold areas.
Is this
Two-handed
DMG
axe, so I have to drop
item?
Dungeon Master,
Okay,
yeah,
I'll look it up.
legitimate item.
Cloak just goes on your back.
Well, I guess my items are legitimate items too, but like
Yeah,
official item.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
the cloak goes
stats.
with it.
Thank you. Cool.
Loaded you guys up with some magic this game. You got a bag of holding, half full, some other
Nice
stuff.
shield.
Yeah.
Oh, I named my ability instead of calling it redirect attack, right? I call it Master of the Ring now. I just stand in a spot, and when I'm stuck there, I own the area. And if anybody misses me in attack, I can redirect it to somebody who's within 5 feet.
Nice.
Ooh.
That's cool.
So it's like a reversal in like wrestling or whatever.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, he got him with
They're
the
running at
reversal.
him like this. and he's
Yeah.
like-
Yeah.
Yeah, I just kind of like.
very cool. Yeah, right now. I can
So we got level 6.
yeah.
And
Everyone except for Balthazar.
Oh,
Except for
everybody, roll for your
Taz.
health.
And Nakma's ability
Oh, yeah.
is he gains the second tier to his C Storm Herald, and he gains. Dude, nice.
Yeah. yes.
He gains resistance from electricity
Still don't wanna?
damage, and he can breathe underwater and has a swim speed of 30.
I fucking love that.
It's way cool.
Can breathe underwater. Huh?
Yes.
That's
Water
weird.
breathing.
Nice.
Yeah. So I can go visit Ember.
And then there's Daniel who's like, I hate you, DM. I hate this game. I'm going home.
Oh my god. Cyrano is so heavy now
I
for a
rolled
caster.
3, guys.
Got 54 hit points.
Oh, that's
Holy
hefty.
shit.
That is hefty.
I rolled a 9.
Nice.
Oh, nice, bud.
40.
Very nice.
Above average. I was way above average.
Yeah, at least you can be happy for your teammates.
11.
Oh, I am.
More hit points.
I could be both. I could
I
be
know.
disappointed in it.
Warlock's gotta
Yeah.
make decisions sometimes.
Yeah.
Not easy having a patron.
Yeah.
So in
We-
3-5, and
62.
if you went against your patron, they would take warlock levels away and just turn them into fighter levels.
He would have came back as a revenant
Yeah, I
or something like that, right?
Do you want to roll for your hit points just because?
No, not until I level.
Not until you level?
Yep.
Like, just to see. I am representing, I guess. Yeah.
No, because if it rolls shitty, I'll feel bad.
The whole
I
time.
don't get
That's
a
the
chance
whole
to roll
time.
again, you know? So it's like, I'll roll when I level up.
It's all right. Okay,
Yeah.
so we'll see how quickly you are able to uncover this mystery.
Yeah.
Yes.
Dangled some new plot hooks in front of you all and gave you some clues. You got some time, some downtime you can take. You can essentially take all the downtime you want, but I just want you to know that Genesis is still actively doing things and that they are doing things on their time.
Yeah.
You can be here for 6 months if you want and just see what happens. It's up to you.
I would like to
No.
take all the reagents that we just stole
Yeah.
and turn them into potions and then start stocking
Okay, so
a store.
Taz would like to start spending his time in the taverns, bars,
Trying to
gambling
recruit.
dives, everywhere that he can, and trying to learn all that he can about the Order of the Dawn.
okay.
And in the meantime, there's a list of about 3 magic items that I'd like to hunt for.
All right.
So I'll give them to you.
Yep.
So I'll
I
spend
will
time making
escort our human friend through the Dragonborn city.
Not that you really need it much anymore. You're citizens
You
now.
never know. There's criminals.
Bling.
Yeah.
Got
Find a
that
seamstress.
bling.
Mm-hmm.
Got that broachy bling.
There's criminals though.
The seamstress who's going to sew you a mask made out of the hair of a gnome beard.
Yeah.
I'm looking
How
for-
funky you gonna get, big man?
I'm looking for clothing, right? That I can repair easily.
Right.
With
you know?
sequins.
I wish.
Lots of
No.
sequins.
Yeah, right.
He's got illusion magic to always sparkle.
Tassels.
So
It's Moody, the Blue
essentially,
Devil.
you could get some sort of flowy fabric, and then just buy a roll, and I could put it in my bag of holding. And then
Yeah,
when
I
it
need-
breaks,
Just get some
I'm good with
fabric.
leatherwork and stuff, right?
okay, there you
Like
go.
I can make tunics and stuff. It just seems weird to make hide clothes all the time, right? That sounds so uncomfortable.
You can do thin
It'd just
leather,
Be, yeah, I guess we can go with like leather jackets and stuff.
like rabbit hide.
yeah.
It can be
Yeah,
soft and workable.
Whenever
So just
Mooney
buy
goes
a
shopping-
roll of it, and I'll keep it for you.
How many rabbits is this?
Oh,
You guys figure it out.
it wouldn't be
'cause
rabbit. It would be like bovine or something.
Yeah, like a bear.
Hey now.
Mammoth.
Mammoth.
But
Yeah.
worn
Bovine
thin,
haters.
worn thin,
Or what about
tan thin.
is it
whatever they call
creepy
it.
to wear leather skin from like drakes and stuff like that? Because I'm sure they probably
Descaled?
yeah this
Descaled?
no the leather from the drakes like you'd use with like crocodile skin bags and stuff
Creepy?
like that.
No.
Yeah, guys, is that weird for
You don't even have to wear
a
clothes.
lizard folk person to wear?
You're a lizard.
Yeah, I mean, do
Drake
you even
Wearing your
need
cousin's skin.
You
clothes?
don't have to wear
but
clothes.
I want to wear clothes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Adds to my flair.
Just go buy a pimp suit.
Why would I want to be a pimp?
Did you
that
guys-
does
Feather-
not
big
work
feathered
with
hat?
Did you guys
just
have
look
Dragonborn disguised as a lizard man, dressed as a crocodile in an alligator outfit? Like,
with a
did
fake
you fucking
mask?
see
With
that
the
shit?
mask and the
It
beard.
looked like rotten something off his face and horns.
I
mask.
love him.
I have regular horns too, guys.
Yeah, where you going with this?
part
No,
of
I
my
love you,
drill.
dude.
Sets of horns?
Yeah.
It's part of my frill.
I don't know why he does what he does.
I know,
He just
right? I
does.
love
Me
it.
either.
I don't know where he gets it,
Sure.
but I like it.
I wish it could just wear like you know the clothing like the salmon wears, the trout, you know, from Game of Thrones, like that fish scale mail kind of.
Oh yeah,
But like I don't want it to be armor. I just want it to be like look like that.
the blackfish.
So it can.
Yeah, the blackfish. Yeah, that was it.
Have you ever been to the Spirit Halloween store? There's plenty
Oh,
of
get-
armor that
Yeah,
that's
or like
not
the
armor
fake
in there.
chain,
Yeah.
like chainmail.
So you gave us
Armor, not armor.
2,300 in alchemy reagents.
Sure.
How much can I cash that out for?
Exactly that.
Okay.
And then, unless if you're gonna make potions out of something.
That's what I'm gonna say. Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
making potions. So you said I can make potions at half cost here, or was it even less because I'm here? No, because I have the materials.
You have the material. It's half cost. So in order to make
warehouse.
a common potion, it for you is 25 gold.
But I'm gonna supply Octomasades, so I'm not gonna charge him full price because he's gonna resell it.
Right.
So I mean, if I'm gonna give him, so if I make it double, that's 4,600. 4,600, but I'm not gonna sell it to him for that because he's reseller. So I'll probably just settle for him to like 4,000 straight, if I just give him potions.
I don't know. Sure.
'Cause he's gonna sell it.
Yeah.
It's
You make the
15 to
potion.
20%
You make
retail.
the potion, and he sells it basically for double that.
yeah. Oh
So
wow.
you make it for 25 gold. He sells it for 50.
Okay. Well, let's just say I make 4,600 worth of potions. What would he buy it for?
He gives you that.
Full price. Okay.
Yeah,
Wow. All right, boys. We got a lot of spending to do.
I think. Right.
Yeah.
How did that go?
I don't really need money. Like, can we just like donate this to people?
You
Let me-
can
let me-
donate your share.
Let me look at the math later to see
Yeah.
exactly what I just agreed to.
Because that's a lot of money.
Yeah, just keep it. Then. I don't
But
really need.
We did.
Like,
Get,
'cause
we
you-
raided a whole warehouse.
Right,
yeah.
right, and you get the reagents. He gives you the gold. Or so he's basically giving you that money there, and he's taking those potions you made and he's doubling it, and that's what he's making.
Yeah, because I'm not making specific potions. We're just saying I'm making that many potions worth.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, it makes sense.
And then I suppose he like splits the cost with you or something.
But I was gonna say I'd never charge him full price of a potion to
Right.
give it to him. But
I don't know. We'll figure out what your business venture is.
I would say I'd probably cut him $600 off.
Oh, hey, look at that.
Okay, so you guys each get 1,000 gold.
Whoa.
Okay.
I'll take.
That's our cut of the warehouse. 1,000 each.
The mini kept falling over. I needed something to weigh it down.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
cool. That's cool.
Boom, boom, boom. That's what you get. That's your cut of the warehouse.
All right, so I'm putting that on my character sheet.
Yeah, that's a
Yeah.
cut of the warehouse. I want you guys to have the money from the warehouse deal. That's what we got.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense. 'Cause then I can just go buy stuff.
You can do whatever the hell you want with it, Mooney. You can give it away all you want.
Nakma wants a horse.
As you're about to get on a boat.
A horse
Oh,
is a horse,
that's
of
right.
course, of course.
Yeah, dude, I can't wait for you to get on a boat again.
Yeah,
too.
the other thing is, while I'm out trying to gather information,
Sea
I'm
legs.
not always out as the hero of Kel'moira either. Like, I'm disguising myself sometimes, acting like a drunk, whatever. Like, whatever I gotta do to get that
That's cool.
information.
Are you perhaps spreading the word of
Oh, yeah.
somebody else?
Low key. Anyone who wishes to get married,
You go.
I happen to be a
Ordained minister? Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, dude,
Some
are you gonna
guard
do
stop
that?
you. It's like,
Holy
we don't
man.
recognize that
Can
religion
he?
here.
Can he learn the spell ceremony?
I don't know.
I don't. That's up to Jesse.
Yeah,
It's
because only
not
a
on the
cleric.
warlock
Yeah, it's
list.
only a cleric spell.
Yeah.
Would he want to learn a spell ceremony?
Well, it's for.
Makes sense for
Well, you can,
Soleos.
yeah,
but-
because like you can
Yeah.
marry people in the spell ceremony.
Yeah.
And like your thing would be just.
You don't
marrying
need a
people.
spell slot in order to get somebody
Oh,
married.
pre-
You just have to stand there and be like, oh, do you? Okay, you're good.
Well, it's a
Coming,
ritual.
coming from somebody who's married people.
No, it's just
before.
it's that like
Yeah.
they get an extra bonus.
You're
for
married
it, so
now.
It's like it's extra special. When someone with ceremony marries them, they get like a bonus to their armor class or some shit like that for 8 hours or something like that. Like you get a little benefit
Get a kicker
by
on it.
using ceremony.
When was
Um,
Pickle's wedding?
Stevicus says we should pick up another Minotaur. One that will just pull the cart.
Yeah.
Right.
God.
Steve.
Pull the cart.
Yeah, dude, that's how we find Nakma's
rude.
brother.
Yeah, I'm gonna
All
have
the-
to.
say that's a bad
Minotaur Lives Matter,
Yeah,
guys.
No, let's take.
MLM. Care what you say,
We could.
haters. This freaking continent is just
Obok.
so discriminatory against the lovely Minotaur.
You keep calling me a puny human, so I don't want to hear your.
You are little.
We're supposed to call you softies.
You come to my belly button.
Yeah, call me a soft.
Pink
human.
skins.
Yeah, pink skins.
skins. Yeah.
I love how
Like
Cyrano
little.
was like, this human creature here.
I've been among them for a long time.
Yeah.
Look at these humans. Yeah.
You're looking right at them. They're so tiny.
It's okay. To err is human.
Yeah, it's a
There you
Aaron's
go.
human.
There you go.
Man, well,
There you have it.
Let's sign off.
Thanks,
Thanks,
everybody.
Jesse.
We'll
Good
see you next
night.
week,
Thanks for watching,
everybody.
everybody.
good night. Thanks for watching,
Bye.
everybody.
Come back.
Mm-hmm.